Legs, you know, you're gonna kill this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest live watch along. Big up to each and every one of you guys that has tuned in. Thank you so much. I think my internet's moving a little bit mad, man. So hopefully it fixes up very, very soon. Let me just do a quick test again. I don't know why it does that at times. The internet is moving mad. Hopefully it sorts itself out. I think it's fine now. I don't know. Looks like it's fine now, but we'll see. We'll see how the day ends up being. But yeah, Champions League settings, Champions League fixture is upon us. Atalanta versus Chelsea. Honestly, look, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this game. I really don't know how I feel about this game because Chelsea, in the space of a week, has completely turned its mood around, has completely turned its fortunes around. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of match, what kind of Chelsea we're going to get today. Whatever it is, we need to bounce back. We need to bounce back because the way we played against Leeds, the way we played against Bournemouth, it was very, very disheartening. It was very, very disappointing. Off the back of such a big week, off the back of, us being on a very, high. And the way we folded against Leeds and Bournemouth, yeah, man, now moving into this game against Atalanta, I don't know how I feel. I'm not really sure how I feel. I'm not sure what type of Chelsea I'm going to get. And on top of that, away from home to Atalanta, this is not going to be easy. We need to win in order to ensure that we get top 8 position and get a direct qualification into the next round. But honestly, I can't sit here and tell you what my prediction is, because I'm literally very, very confused about where Chelsea Football Club is at the moment. And as I said, it's very crazy because about a week ago, we were all cheering. We were all thinking, yeah, okay, we're going the right direction. We're title contenders in the Premier League. But all of that has crashed in our faces. Shervin, big up to you. Big up, Miss. Time to get back to winning ways. Of course, it's time to get back to winning ways. Are we going to do that or not? We shall see. We're playing away as well. Yeah, 100%. Get Dilap out of my club in January. Why? Why, Jellyhead? Why are we already giving up on Dilap? I see a lot of people say this. Get him out of my club in January. This guy's literally just joined us. I'm not willing to give up on Dilap this quick. I know what type of player I saw at Ipswich. It's not the same type of player that we are seeing here at Chelsea as yet. He's been injured twice now. And on top of that, there's been several other players that's been injured around him that could have helped his game a lot more. For example, Cole Palmer. And there's been a lot of players that's been out of form as well. Look, don't get me wrong. Dilap's not been good at Chelsea so far. Don't get me wrong about that. I'm not going to sit here and just say, I'll get rid of him. That's very naive and that's very unrealistic. No one's getting rid of Dilap. He is young. But there is talent. If we're going to sit there and say that there's zero talent on this player, yeah, I think we're being disingenuous, straight up. But each to their own. You can sit there and talk down on Dilap, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. Miz, are you convinced we'll win anything this season? Look, this is the thing. We are capable of winning something. We are capable. On a one-off sort of match. Do you know what I mean? Like on a one-off match, we're capable. We're capable of going all the way in the Carabao Cup, for instance, or we're capable of going all the way in the Champions League, for instance. But yeah, in a league situation over 38 games, yeah, we don't seem to show the consistency. Over and over again, we have failed. Just when we think that, okay, we're about to kick on now, that's exactly when we falter. So are you convinced we'll win anything this season? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll win something. Maybe more than anything, we're probably capable of winning like a cup trophy. More people. Dilap was always garbage. Well, there you go. Fair enough. We'll remember when this guy when he turns things around. We'll remember all of this. Shervin, I'm not giving up on Dilap, but he's not ready to lead the line. Also, his constant injuries are giving me Lavia vibes. Yeah, look, maybe that's where we need to figure out whether he's good enough to lead the line as yet. This is why it would have been nice had we gone for like a gunman like Osimhen and have Dilap, learn from Osimhen. But, we're not going to do that. We're not going to pay Osimhen the kind of money that he wanted. That's what it comes down to. Do you know what I mean? we're going to have to make do with what we've got. That's pretty much it. Because we're not winning anything this season. We play how we've played the last 2 games. Yeah, look, if we just think about the way we played the last 2 games, and that is where our standard is, and that is exactly how we're going to perform every single game, well, then we're not going to win anything. But I don't believe the way we played the last 2 games is our standard, because we've seen our standard before. We can be very, very good on a given day. But the problem is, it's got to be on a given day. Like, we can't turn that on every single day. That's the problem. That's the inconsistency. Nicole, big up to you. Delap was a big fish in a small pond at Ipswich, and he's a small fish in a big pond at Chelsea. Do we have the patience to wait for him to grow? That's the question. Lovely. Beautiful comment. Do we have the patience for him to grow? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we don't. But I'm not going to sit here and say that he's a rubbish player. I personally feel he can turn out to be a fantastic footballer. I personally feel that. Miz, what's your team prediction? What do you mean? Like against Atalanta, like the lineup or something like that? Is that what you mean? I don't really have a prediction, to be honest. I mean, the lineup's going to be out very, very soon. So, yeah, I can't be stuffed about the prediction, if I'm being absolutely honest. We clearly need Caicedo more than we need Palmer, and that's scary to think about. With as much depth we have in midfield, it's scary. But Delap is trash, and will always be trash. Look, once again, I don't agree with the Delap comments, but I understand what you're talking about in terms of Caicedo. Is Caicedo a bigger miss than Cole Palmer? Maybe he is. All along, I used to think Cole Palmer is probably one of our most important players. I'm starting to think, I think it's Caicedo. Without Caicedo, that midfield is not looking that great. Even though you'd think that, okay, Andre Santos, Enzo Fernandez, Reece James has done a job in midfield against Arsenal, but none of these guys are at the level of Caicedo. When Caicedo's in that midfield, we are that much better. But without him, it is a bit difficult, as we've seen against Leeds and Bournemouth. Yo, Miz, one thing that lets Enzo down so much is he doesn't have natural power when it comes to passing the ball, especially when he doesn't have time on the ball. Look, Enzo Fernandez is another one which has been up and down this season. I do think he can be quick on the ball. I've seen Enzo Fernandez be very quick on the ball. I've seen him provide excellent passes before. I've seen him shoot much better. Maybe he's not one of those, box-to-box powerful player that drives with the ball. He can just go from one end to another in no time. He's not that type of a player. But he does have a lot of quality. The problem, again, with Enzo Fernandez, along with all the others, is that quality doesn't seem to come out every single time. He's also inconsistent. He's also very, very inconsistent. That's the problem. Liz, you worried about our next Premier League games this month? 100% I am. Next one's against Everton. It's not going to be easy at all. Everton's actually on good form right now. And the one after Everton, I think, is Newcastle. So I'm very, very concerned. Very, very concerned. Incoming in the transfer window short term is a downgrade from last season, especially in attack, but may be an upgrade in the long term. Hence, we're not ready to compete, and it's been obvious to see. Yeah, look, I still felt there was enough to compete. If you look at the entire squad, you can't tell me that it's at the same level as Man United in the Premier League, same points. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me the squad can't be at the same level as Aston Villa. Like, Aston Villa are a team that started off with 5 or 6 losses in the Premier League initially. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't sit there and actually tell me that that their squad is far better. There's enough in the squad to deliver a lot more. There's enough. That's my belief. That's my belief. Let's see if the lineup is out or not. Yep, I've got the notification that lineup's out, so I'm gonna try and bring that up. Stadio di Bergamo. Come on, man. Let's get this lineup, bro, please. Come on, man. Why is X always so late? Chelsea website's got the lineup out, but the Chelsea app's got the lineup out, but X is always late. X is always late. So annoying. CFC Daily. Someone said CFC Daily, yeah? All right. Here's the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Sanchez in goalkeeping position, Achapong, Chalobah, Badiashile, Cucurella. James, Caicedo, Neto, Enzo, Gittins, João Pedro. So I think Achapong's going to play as a right back. Chalobah and Badiashile most likely is going to play as CB. I'll be shocked if Achapong actually plays as a centre back in this situation. James will most likely be in midfield along with Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and up front they've got Neto, Gittins, and João Pedro. Fair enough. Would it be nice to see Estevan Williams start? But this is the bench, ladies and gentlemen. Jurgensen, Merrick, Gusto, Fofana, Tossen, Hato, Andre Santos, Esteval, Bonanote, Garnacho, George, and Gu. There you go. There you go. What do you guys think about the lineup? What do you guys think about the lineup? I mean, I'm glad that someone like Achapong's playing, and someone like Badiashile. I mean, could we have not gone with Chalobah and Achapong instead and then have Malo Gusto as right back? I don't know. Could we have not done that? Look, once again, I'm not too fussed about the lineup, if I'm being absolutely honest. I would have liked to seen a I'd like to see Esteval. Does Gittins deserve a start? I don't know. What has Gittins done to deserve a start? It would have been nice to see an Esteval start. But yeah, it is what it is. Just get the job done. Just get the job done. Let's see what Atalanta's lineup is. Let's have a look at Atalanta's lineup. Nope. No Atalanta lineup as yet. But the lineup is out over here. So they've got Scamacca up front. Lokman, De Ketelare is a good player, actually. De Ketelare. Lokman, obviously, is a very good player. Scamacca, of course, does really well at Atalanta. Wow, Zappa Costa. What a blast from the past. Zappa Costa facing his former team. Incredible. Bellanova, Edison, Darun. This is not going to be an easy game. This is not going to be an easy game whatsoever. It's going to be a tough game. Can we do the business? I don't know. We shall see. I think this is exactly how the lineup will look like. Sanchez, Kukura left back, Chalaba, Badiashile, Achapong, James, Caicedo, Neto, Fernandez, Gittins, João Pedro. Badiashile, I think he'll be on the left side. Chalaba will be on the right side. Or maybe Kukura will bomb up and then Badiashile will be the one in the middle. Who knows? Maybe it's a back three with Achapong playing as RCB, Chalaba playing as LCB. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We'll only see when the match starts. And maybe Kukura bombs forward and gives help to Gittins. Whatever the case is, we need to get back into winning ways. We do need to get back to winning ways. Looking at Prime 2000s, Imran Hashmi today is, thank you, my man. Imran Hashmi. I don't know how I look like Imran Hashmi, but yeah. I hope we finish off the game in the first half so we can rest the likes of Cuckoo and James. Yes, I agree. Advaid, big up. Big up, Miss bro. Atalanta was pretty much up there till last season, thanks to Gasparini. This season, not so much. Looks like, yeah, they're struggling this season, but it's still a very good team, man. It's still a very good team. But yes, I do agree. When they were under Gasparini, they were absolutely smoking. Because these teams have a winning mentality issue in approaching games. Big teams will turn up. Lower level teams were overconfident, slow in transition, and lethargic. Yeah, I agree. I agree. How are we ready to compete if we downgraded the team in short term? Our rotation players are not better than Man United and Aston Villa's first team, at least in short term. That's obvious to see. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. Do we do too? When we do rotation, are we doing too many rotations? Are we rotating too many players at once when we probably shouldn't be doing that many? In certain instances, we're forced to do rotation. And in certain instances, I feel like we're doing too much. We're doing too much. This has been one of our biggest problems this season. We don't get to play with the same 11 often enough. There is constantly changes happening, whether it be because of injuries, whether it's because they've not impressed and we just want to give minutes to others. Whatever the case is, there's been way too many, like per game, there's been too much rotation that's been happening. But that's just the yeah, that's just the state of Chelsea Football Club at the moment, unfortunately. Atalanta lost their last game, but won 4 before that, I think. What kind of tactics do they play? Are they free-flowing or pragmatic? Cheers. Look, I don't know. Under Gasperini, they were very, very good on the ball. Wing-back football. If you look at their setup, let's bring this up. Like, these guys play wing-back football. Zappacosta, Bellanova, I would, guess that they're the ones who are going to provide the width as fullbacks. Lockman and Dicatelare, they sort of play in the inside. Like, Lockman will be out wide as well, but they kind of play as an inside forward. And they try and pick up those half spaces. And they attack the box very, very well. And then obviously they've got Scamacca up front, who's got a very good record in Italy. They're very good on the ball, and technically they're very, very gifted, and they're very good in terms of defending as well. That was again like when they were being managed by Gasperini. In recent times, I've not watched them. Dinesh, and big up, my man. Benoit, me is your friend. Look, I hope he can put up some level of performance, man. I really do. Because before his recent injury, Badishil actually looked all right. So I'm hoping that this guy can come back and then do something. Really am. I'm hoping so. This score prediction, look, I don't know. I don't know what type of Chelsea we're going to get. I'm not sure. But for some reason, I feel like maybe this is a draw. I don't know. The way we've played in the last couple of games has really disappointed me. But the good thing is we've got Caicedo back. And maybe that's going to bring us the level of performance that we know Chelsea Football Club can give us. So we'll see. Why not start Garnacho? To be honest, I would have started him. Look, to be honest, I would have started Estevao. Why Estevao is not starting is really annoying me. It's really, really annoying me. Why not play Hato? Where would you play him, though? I like the fact that Cucurella and Enzo Fernandez or Reece James, like these guys are playing regularly. I know down the track they need a break, but that Cardiff game's just around the corner in the Carabao Cup. And yeah, I'm sure Hato will get some game time there. But right now, I don't think I'm compromising a player like Cucurella to be in the bench just to give Hato some minutes, because we need to win games. I agree, Cucurella needs rest. I understand that. But that Carabao Cup match is just around the corner. Right now, we need all of our good players to play. Yeah. Maybe Hato can come in. If we've done well in this game, maybe Hato can come in and give Cucurella the opportunity to rest a little bit. Hopefully by then we're winning like 2-0 at least. Do you know what I mean? Duke saying, I'm disappointed with the treatment of Hato. I mean, look, yeah, I would have given him a little bit more opportunities. I get that. But this guy, whenever he was given the opportunity previously, he flopped hard. So maybe Enzo Maresca is just giving him the time to adapt. Hato played against Karabakh, right? He didn't look good. Hato played against some other team prior to that, and he didn't look good either. So yeah, I'm sure we'll find ways to give him minutes soon. He's young as well, by the way. He's 19. In life, no limits. Big up to you, my man. Big up, Miz. Hope you're doing well, brother. Alhamdulillah, doing all right. Hope you're doing well as well, my man. Duke, Miz, will you take Mainu? Do you know what? With how, sometimes we lack in midfield because of Romeo Lavia's injury, and we seem to be always an injury away, right? If he wants to come on a loan, I might actually entertain that. Mainu's actually got quality on the ball. Look, I don't know what's going on with him and Amorim. Kobe Mainu is a very good player. He's a very, very good player. I'm not sure what's going on with him in Man United. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like, I would play him where Enzo Fernandez is playing. I would play him where Enzo Fernandez is playing. Yeah. Ashraf, big up to you, my man. We've seen Enzo dropping stinkers and he's still playing. I'd rather give Santos a start today. That's also true. That's also true. Should Enzo Fernandez just be getting a free ride? He's also been very, very inconsistent. Would it be nice to see someone like Andre Santos get an opportunity? I agree with that. I agree with that. Even more useless tinkering and rotation. James Augusto should be at right back, and Enzo drops alongside Caicedo and Estevan, the number 10. Yeah. If Estevez in the number 10, yeah, you're really asking for then Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez to sit back, really. Yeah, look, I don't mind that. But Maresca, for some reason, he fancies Reece James in the midfield. He does. He fancies Reece James in the midfield. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see Reece James in the midfield in this match. Sporting are apparently losing. Sorry, Bayern Munich are apparently losing to Sporting. Banked by Arsenal. Well, Kairat Almaty lost as well. Our Dastan Satpayev's team. Sporting are winning against Bayern Munich. Huge result. Bayern's another one we didn't compete. We didn't compete that day. Kimmich, own goal. Well, 16 shots. Bayern Munich, one big chance is created. That's quite incredible, man. That's quite incredible. Cool. Because genuinely speaking, now, what is your genuine expectation for the rest of the season, and when would enough be enough for either a manager, owner change or more squad investment? Look, I wanted us to compete for the Premier League. That's what I wanted. It's not going to happen. We're not consistent enough. I partly blame the manager at times, because how he doesn't seem to get us in the right frame of mind. Sometimes the in-game management, sometimes the starting lineup's a little bit. I think there's too much tinkering. I blame the players as well. Like, players need to take accountability. They need to do a lot better. There's too much inconsistencies with these players, which, you know, sometimes you ask yourself, you've shown that you can compete. You've shown that you've got the talent, but for some reason you can't bring the consistency, which is a problem. And obviously, I do put some blame on the sporting directors and the owners with the way they've invested. But as I said, for me, there was still enough. There was still enough to compete. But now, if you ask me what's my genuine expectation, it's a top 4-5 battle again. Top 5 battle in the Premier League. Go as far as possible in the Champions League and see if you can win a domestic cup trophy. That's probably my expectation for the rest of the season. When is it enough? I think next season we can't accept this anymore. We can accept maybe this for this season because Club World Cup, it was a long season last season, lots of injuries. I'm not going to accept it next season because once again, next season there's the World Cup. At the end of this season, there's the World Cup. And once again, the preseason is going to be a bit later on. I don't want this sort of excuses every single season. I don't want that. I didn't want it for this season. So for me, I don't think it will fly next season. That's where we really, as a fan base, we need to say enough's enough. Enough's enough. Either the manager needs to probably go after that next season, or heavy investments need to be made again. Problem is, whatever investments we're going to make, they're all going to be kids as well. Like already, like for example, Giovanni Coenda. He's coming next season. We've got a bunch of players that are coming from Strasbourg as well. Mamadou Sarr, Kendry Paez, Penders, Amiga. Once your most important CB gets injured at the start of the season and the owners say, find internal solution, there is nothing spectacular any manager can do. I disagree. There's still enough. And we've shown that this season. We've kept a lot of clean sheets. I'm sorry to say. I agree. Levi Colwill is a huge miss. I agree with that. But to say without Levi Colwill we can't compete, you're fooling yourself if that's what you believe. You're fooling yourself. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, without Levi Colwill, we are dead. Levi Colwill is an important player, but when did he become so important that we can't progress? Sorry. And this season we've shown enough. Chalobah and Fofana has shown that we can defend well as a unit. Problem there is that Fofana can't play 3 games a week. He can only play 1. We're trying to build him up. Buddy Shield's been injured as well. But, we've not utilized Achapong often enough. Achapong has shown that he can be a top player. If Achapong was in Bournemouth, if Achapong was in Leeds, if Achapong was any other club, I'm telling you, he'd be getting ample game time, and majority of the footballing community would be saying, let's buy Achapong. For example, Dean Huijsen. Dean Huijsen has one big season at Bournemouth. He now finds himself at Real Madrid. So I'm pretty sure Achapong would have, every Premier League club would have wanted Achapong had he played for Bournemouth, for example, because he would have got game time on a regular. Akash, thank you so much, my man, for the super chat. Love your content, Miz, and how much you've backed the team this season when everyone disregarded us. I do believe, although we had 2 bad games, we will bounce back. Even best teams have dark weeks and games. Look, this is the thing, Akash, by the way. Thank you for the super chat. I need people to stop saying 2 bad games. I've backed the team. I believe the team has the quality to do more. But I need people to understand it's not 2 bad games. Season didn't start from Leeds and Bournemouth. We need to remember Brentford. We need to remember Brighton. We need to remember Man United. We need to remember Sunderland. We need to remember Karabakh. It's not too... there were issues prior to that. We've learned a lot of lessons, but it seems like we keep wanting to learn lessons over and over again. We have to find certain consistency. Like it's not good enough. Colwell was just an example. It's general direction of this ownership I was trying to point out. Yeah, look, there's still doubt in terms of the direction of the ownership, whether we can win a Premier League or not with that type of policy. But I don't think the direction that the owners are taking us should put us in the level points with Man United. Like, how are we so far behind Aston Villa? How? It doesn't make sense to me. I think Aston Villa is like 6 points ahead of us now, no? Something like that. How is that possible? The same Aston Villa, the first 6 games of the Premier League, they didn't do anything. And everyone was writing them off. Everyone was writing Unai Emery off. All of a sudden, they've put on a string of games, about 10 games. But this is the thing. Consistency. You need to put a string of games together. I'm not going to be surprised if all of a sudden Aston Villa, down the track, they start, faltering again. I'm not going to be surprised. But my point is, the direction and the way we've built up the squad from this ownership, the sporting directors, we should be a little bit higher up. We really should be. Whether we win with this direction or not, probably it tells me we're not going to win the Premier League, but should be a little bit higher. Big Miz, what do you think this is? What do you think is the genuine balance and percentage sway of our overall squad depth and quality, and also Maresca not being good enough? I'm sorry, but guys like you should not be playing for us. Look, if you look at historically, there's a lot of players currently that we have. Historically, they shouldn't be playing for us. I see people cry about Nicholas Jackson. Back in the days, by the way, Bayern Munich 2-1 now, wow. Back in the days, a player like Nicholas Jackson, we wouldn't even think about him being connected to Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, Mark Gue wouldn't even be, we wouldn't even consider Mark Gue at Chelsea Football Club. Like, we had the likes of Drogba, Anelka, Torres, Shevchenko, Kalou. Like, players like Lukaku were like 6th or 7th option. Diego Costa. You know what I mean? Like, when you think of that era, there's a lot of players that now that we have wouldn't be at Chelsea Football Club. But we're not in that era anymore. We're not in that era anymore. But having said that, there's still some very, very good, like Samuel Eto'o is another one. There's still some very, very good players that we have. Like, for instance, I rate Cucurella. I rate Reece James. I rate Caicedo. Yes, Enzo Fernandez is inconsistent, but I rate him. Do you know what I mean? Cole Palmer, I rate him. Esteva Willian, I rate him. I like Pedro Neto. I like João Pedro. I like Malo Gusto. Like, these are genuinely good players. We have to find our biggest issue, ladies and gentlemen. Our biggest issue is mentality, because it's not about the names. You look at Leeds team. Like, look at Leeds team. Have a look at Leeds team. Have a look at Bournemouth's team. We should be beating these teams, but we can't, because they seem to have more desire to win the duels, win the second ball. Maz is saying, what about Trev? Trev is an okay-ish player. Trev's an okay-ish player. He's an okay defender. I've always said that. And I've always said he's probably not the levels. He's probably not the Chelsea levels, but he'll do a job. And in recent times, along with Wesley Fofana, he's shown that he can do a job. As I said, our problem isn't about getting big names at Chelsea Football Club. You can get all the big names at Chelsea Football Club, I swear to you. But if you don't foster a culture of strong mentality, that hunger and desire to compete, it doesn't matter. You can get all these prime footballers at Chelsea Football Club. It won't matter. There shouldn't be a case where Bournemouth and Leeds players seem to have more desire to compete for the ball. There shouldn't be an instance like that. Because their squads are not better. Their players are not better. Because the same team will play against Barcelona and we've beaten Barcelona. We've smoked Barcelona. Same team will play against PSG and we've beaten PSG. Same team will play against Liverpool and we've beaten Liverpool. Hamis, it's so frustrating. Each season we have high hopes and then brought down to reality. So much money spent and we still fall off if guys like Caicedo, James, Fofana don't play. Still no number 9 either. I think that this is a very good point. When you go into a match and there's no Caicedo, Reece James or Fofana, now there's too many changes, too many players that make us quality. You've stripped away too many of them. Yeah, maybe you can do with, let's say Caicedo is unavailable. Maybe you can still compete with James and Fofana there, but you don't have James and Fofana. It's very difficult. Very difficult. And that's exactly what happened against Leeds. No Caicedo, no James, no Fofana. Which made it very, very difficult for us. Very difficult. But I also understand that, we got forced. Caicedo was a forced change. Reece James was a forced change because of him playing too many matches. And Fofana can't play more than one game a week. But then again, in that match, don't use Tosin. Use Achapong. So when you do rotate, try and rotate as close as you can to the players that are not available, so that the difference is not too much in terms of what you can expect. The difference from Fofana to Tosin is too much, but the difference from Fofana to Achapong may not be that. It's still there, but it may not be that much, because Achapong can do a great job. Then you start tinkering Chalobah as a right back when you've got a Malo Gusto. Then it's too much. Then it's too much. It's too much. Leeds, Bournemouth, or any given day can win any one-off match against any team, including a great Chelsea team, but can't win consistently. Only a good team can consistently win games. That's our problem. That's it. That's really it. That's really it. Adnan, big up to you, my man. If you guys didn't get trigger happy after each up and then each down, it would be better for you. No one is a title contender in 10 games. No one loses a title after 15. Makes some sense. Okay, well, when do we say, like, when do you start saying that, okay, now we know who a genuine title contender is? Like, when would you say that? Match week 38, Adnan? Like, look, Adnan, you know you have this problem always. I love your positivity, but you're never ever logical. That's your problem. But I know you've once said that you could give two rat's ass about being logical. But then it's very difficult to have a conversation, because then, you know, it's borderline delusional. Do you know what I mean? It's very difficult to talk in that way. I never believed we were title contenders this season. It's Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. They fell off. Okay, so you never believed we were title contenders this season. What's your expectation, Adnan? Because surely somewhere down the line you want to be a title contender, no? Like, when do you start saying as a fan that, well, okay, it's not good enough to be just where we are. We need to be more. Like, when does that happen for you? Because you need to put some accountability on your fandom. You can't just be rocking up every season. Come on, keep the blue flag flying high, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, so next year. All right, next year. Okay, fair enough. You've got a point. So next season, Adnan, if we're not competing for the Premier League, I need you to have a different tune. I really do. If next season we are not, after 15 games, one of the top teams, if we're not leading, we're just about 1, 2, 3 points away, I need you to voice your opinion proper. I need you to be more critical in your analysis. Here comes another guy, Gino, to mock me. Easy 3-1 win today, Miz. This guy, man. This guy wants to be cheeky all the time to me. Nah, I don't know what to expect, to be honest, for Chelsea today. I'm not really sure. They've disheartened me a lot with the Leeds and Bournemouth performance. So you show me. This is a message that I want to say to Chelsea. You show me. You show me where you're going to bring, and we'll see. Yeah, next year if we don't compete, then it's too much. All right, okay. Fair enough. We'll talk next season then. We'll talk next season. Haj, big up to you, my man. Miz, you should prioritize your own happiness and stop believing in this fraud club to go above and beyond our expectations. We've been rubbish in the league for 10 years. This club don't deserve your faith, bro. Look, I mean, this season, after the Leeds and Bournemouth matches, they've as I said to Gino, I'm not going to talk about the title contendership anymore. I'm not going to do that. I thought that maybe we've turned a corner, but it looks like the same problem keeps materializing every season, where we don't have the mentality to be consistent enough. We don't have that ruthless, cutting edge mentality. We just don't. Just when you think, okay, all right, Burnley win, Barcelona, beautiful drubbing of Barcelona, Arsenal, we should have beaten them with a man down. Just when you think, okay, we're on the high, and the same players will bring you down, the same manager will bring you down, and it's a problem. It's a problem. So me right now, I'm not going to be talking about the title. I'm not going to be talking big about anything, to be honest. Finish in the top 5, get Champions League spot. Definitely try and win a trophy this season, because I feel like Chelsea Football Club, we need to win a trophy every season. So win a domestic cup if you can. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, win one of them. Go as far as possible in the Champions League, and okay. All right, we kick on again next season. But next season, we have to compete. We have to compete. Nicole, big up. I also didn't believe we're title contenders this season. I believe we should compete next season, but our transfer policy most likely going to kill my belief. Yeah. Look, it seems like a lot of people want to compete next season. Okay, so next season, if we have a good transfer window, then we need to be critical of everyone, like in terms of players, manager. But if we don't have a good transfer window, then we need to voice our opinion again against the owners, against the sporting directors. I want unity, because I don't want to see next season people start talking, positively about sporting directors and owners, because we've seen that last 3 seasons when we would talk about the owners and the sporting directors, there is a certain part of the fan base that'll be like, oh, here we go, talking about the owners, talking about the sporting directors, they've done enough, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to see that. I want to see unity within the fan base that, okay, this is the problem, or that is the problem, and, it's not acceptable. I don't want to see people trying to, but look at the context. Don't give me that nonsense next season. Don't give me that nonsense next season. Agree means the only time I will believe in this club is when the team puts a serious season together over 38 games. The last time we competed in the league and cup was 16-17, 10 years ago. Exactly, you're right. Antonio Conte. Means we have to compete next year with Paez, Cuenda, Amiga. Well, there you go. So as Gino said, and newsflash to everyone that's talking about next season, this is what you're going to expect next season, by the way. Paez, Cuenda, and Amiga. So if we think that is good enough, then you need to believe that we can compete. But if you don't think that's good enough, then you need to voice your opinion against the owners and against the sporting directors big time. Big time. You need to be like putting comments on social media. You need to be addressing matters as much as you can as a fan. If you're a match-going fan, then you need to voice your opinion in the stadium. But if you're a international fan, you need to voice your opinion through social media. You know what I mean? Mate, if we stop believing, there is no point to life anymore. Learn to be more emotionally strong. Have your downers, but then move forward. But belief and faith is always there for your team and in life. Oh, well, of course. And then, I fully believed we could compete this season. I believed. Now I don't, because of the inconsistencies it's shown us. And I'm willing to go again next season. But there comes a point where your belief needs to be matched, or else what's going on here? What are we? Yeah, we love our club. Of course we love our club, and we're going to watch our club. But that belief that we have needs to be matched by the owners, by the sporting directors. Yeah, I know you were talking to Haj, but I'm also commenting off the back of what Haj said. The belief needs to be matched, man. The belief needs to be matched. It needs to be reciprocated. These owners are about making profits, buying and selling young players, not build a strong team. The players are good on paper, but not playing. I don't look. Yeah, I agree. The fact that owners are there to making profits, buying and selling, I get that, because that is a part of our revenue stream. It is. So I'm not going to try and hide away from that. But I don't believe that the players are not good. I don't believe that. There's a lot of good players in our team. A lot of good players. If our team was shit against the likes of Pool, PSG, Barcelona, Arsenal, then it would have been easy to take that drop in form and consistently. Exact consistency. I think that's what you mean. You're right. But they have given us a glimpse of what they can do. Exactly right. Exactly right. This is what I'm saying. Team has shown that it can actually be a damn good team. The team has shown that. Problem is, they can't bring that in every game. That's the problem. The team has a catalogue of evidence, proof that it can actually compete against some of the best in the world and actually smoke them. But they can't bring that same performance. They can't bring it every game. They can't bring it. That's the difficult thing to swallow here. That is what makes it so difficult. Royston, big up to you. The problem is every season we're bringing in young players. So every season they must adapt. Every season fans will say, wait for that player coming next. Yeah, you're right. There comes a point where you have to say, stop. Now we need to kick on. Now don't bring in so many kids all the time. Now build with what you have and add one or two things here and there. We have a bipolar team, Miz, in Life No Limits. Gina, Miz, are we not just Man United then? We can beat anyone on our day. The fact we are level on points is Man. Look, the fact that we are level on points with Man United is shameful. Honestly, it's shameful. But I'm not going to say we are Man United, because Man United, if you look at their squad, it's actually a pretty poor squad. They've got some good players, don't get me wrong. But then there's some players that are not good enough. They don't play. Like, their high. Man United's high is not. Like, Man United cannot put the same performance that we put against, for example, PSG in the Club World Cup. Man United don't have the capacity to put the same performance that we put against Barcelona, for example. Man United with a man down won't be able to put the same performance we put against Arsenal. Man United can also win. Don't get me wrong. Man United can win, but their wins are like, it's fluky wins. It's against the grain wins. They're not well coached. They're not well managed. Some of the players are not good. A lot of the players are not good. Whereas us, when we can turn it on, we are probably one of the best in the world when we turn it on. Man United, when they turn it on, they're not one of the best in the world. Miss, but they beat us constantly. Yeah. That's another one that they shouldn't, though. They shouldn't. Have a look at the last few matches we played at Old Trafford. Are you not baffled? Like, did they smoke us? Did they ever smoke us? No, they didn't. The last one, we got a red card and then our manager just decimated our attack. The one before that, under Maresca as well, I think. You know, we should have beaten them. We should have beaten them. That's a top comment, Royston. It's a major problem with the squad building. We have too much turnover every season, relying on developing players. The level of squad turnover every season is ridiculous. Yeah, and this is where we can't have too many chop and changes. We need to probably limit the chop and changes to maximum 2 players. We can't be decimating the entire squad every season. We need to build with a core on a consistent basis. Andrew, experience from top is what is killing us. If we had experienced people running our club and who are winners, Chelsea could be far this season. We just need to buy a good manager, we just need to buy good and strengthen our defense. Yeah. I seriously need to ask this question. Why do we look so clueless with a lack of urgency even when we are losing? Do you think it's Maresca who insists on still passing side to side to ball or us all? That's a good point. When we are behind, it seems like, yeah, you're right. Like, we don't have that urgency to go and equalize and then go and, take the game to the opposition. Like, we still maintain our nonsense. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And it has to be instructions from the manager. It has to be. It has to be. We need to be a lot more efficient, a lot more cutthroat. And we're not at the moment. Also, what do you think of Igor Thiago? What am I meant to think? What am I meant to think of Igor Thiago? I didn't know who this player was prior to this season. Now he's gone to Brentford. He's doing all right. What do you want me to think? We should buy him. Chelsea should buy Igor Thiago. What do we know about this guy? How do we know that this guy is the levels? What if it's just one of those cases where he's going through a purple patch? There's been so many instances like that. Igor Thiago needs to do this for minimum 3 seasons, I'd say at least 3 seasons at Brentford. Put up numbers and keep developing. It would be stupid to go out there and get Igor Thiago now. It'd be stupid. No one knows anything about Igor Thiago. Because we'll never reach our final form because we're always waiting for the next player to join. We said, wait for Santos, then Esteval, then Penders, then Omega. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Then we're going to keep saying, wait for this, wait for that, wait for that. We're always waiting. We're always waiting. This is where we need our fan base to put a line on the sand. Put a line. As Adnan said, next season is where he draws the line. Nicole said, next season, that's where she draws the line. We as a fan base, as a unison, like as a unity, we need to say, okay, where's the line? When do we draw that line? A lot of people are like, okay, you know what? I didn't think we were going to compete for the Premier League this season. No problems, no problem. Club World Cup, long season, no problems. There's a lot of people thought, okay, we're not competing this, but draw a line. Where do you say this is it? That's the line. After that, it's we need to start blaming people. We need to start blaming people. Mr. Richard, I've already drawn my line. Yeah, well, I thought I'd already drawn my line as well. I wanted to compete this season, but that's not happening. Is I work in tech, and I can see these guys clearly constantly selling us the next feature. Yeah, you're right. I guess, and this is why for the past 3 seasons, I've been going after them. And there was a lot of people that didn't like that. This season, I've started believing in the team genuinely, and people don't like that either. So next season, if we don't compete, I'll be going after the owners and sporting directors again. Do you know what I mean? Like, get us to compete. Kukurea get 30 soon and be sold until we're waiting for kids to mature. Yeah, look, you guys all know the news on Kukurea. We've given him a better salary, but we've not increased his contract term. He's got 2 years left in his contract at the end of this season. Either he signs a new contract and extends his contract out, or don't be surprised if there's conversations about Kukurea being sold. Don't be surprised one bit. It can happen, because we're not going to let Kukurea go on a free, and we're definitely not going to allow him to get into the final year of his contract. This summer window, there'll be a lot of talk about Kukurea's contract. Yes, he's got a pay rise on his current deal. He got a pay rise, but it had nothing to do with how long his contract is going for. It's still the same. So don't be surprised if Kukurea is someone that we part ways with, which will be sad. Shervin, big up to you. I disagree. We are a good team right now. We can beat any team, even PSG or Barcelona. Our issue is we can't play our best players every 3 days without risking injuries, and our backup is not good enough. There you go. I think that's a sensible comment. That is a sensible comment. But I want to add something to this, Shervin. The problem here is, yes, our best players can't play every 3 days without risking an injury. But the problem here is you can make do with maybe one player that can't play and others can play. But when multiple players at one time can't be available in a game, that's the problem. The one against Leeds, for example. There's no Fofana, no Caicedo, no Reece James. That's too many. You can maybe do with Caicedo was suspended. Like, you can do with Caicedo. Even that's not good enough, but you can say, for argument's sake, you can do with Caicedo as long as Fofana and Reece James is there. Because you can then bring someone from the bench and it's not too much of a change. But when you are decimating, Caicedo, Reece James, Fofana, that's a lot of quality you've just, snatched away. That is where I feel like, make changes, but don't make too many changes. Too many changes is always going to be a problem. Is always going to be a problem. And then on top of that, as I said, when you do need to make changes, make the right changes. For example, don't play Tosin. Don't play Tosin. Make the right changes. Ashraf, without even watching, I know Gittins will drop another stinker. Depth, quality is not good enough. Okay, well, here's the thing, no. You've got Esteval. So this is the perfect comment right here from Ashraf. This combines with what Shervin just said. This combines. We know that Gittins, he probably doesn't warrant a start, yeah? And he's a squad player. Sure, but you have Esteval. You have Esteval that can start and give us more, but you choose not to do that. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, that there's flaws in the squad. Don't get me wrong, but there's solution that is better suited, but we opt not to take that solution. This is the perfect example. Who said we had to start with Gittins? Who said we had to start with Gittins in this game when you've got an Estevao sitting on the bench? Who said that? Play Pedro Neto on the left. Pedro Neto's played on the left. Play Estevao on the right. What's wrong in doing that? We've seen that before. If anything, I play Garnacho. At least Garnacho's been a tad bit better. This is why I'm saying I'm more concentrating on the manager. I am more concentrating on the manager. You got Andre Santos in the bench. Do you have to play Reece James in midfield? Do you need to play Reece James in midfield? Can he not play, maybe as an RCB and you still bomb Cucurella, play Reece James as an RCB so that Reece James doesn't have to bomb up and down? These are certain things that I feel like it's too easy for us to sit and go, oh, the squad's inadequate. Oh, the sporting directors let us down. Oh, the owners let us down. Yeah, well, that's easy. That's easy. Yeah, here we go. Here we go again. It's one extreme to another. I've literally said, I like the manager. I literally said, I like the manager. All I'm saying is I'm far more critical about him. I'm more focused on him. I'm not saying that he's the problem. As Gino's saying, oh, here we go with the manager slander. I'm thinking Maresca is the problem. No. Gino, you must think I'm an absolute dickhead. Seriously, Gino, at this point, I have to probably say that you must think I'm a dickhead. You must. You must look at me on your screen and say, oh, look at this dickhead. Is that really what you think I feel about Maresca, that he's the problem? Am I dumb? Have I ever said that? All I'm saying is you have a better option available. You have a better option available, but you opt not to take that. You opt to take Tossen, for example, against Leeds. In this case, Gittins, for example. You have Estevao. Now, if you think me saying this makes me a dickhead, and you think that I'm Maresca, I'm promoting that Maresca is the problem, bro, how are we meant to have a conversation then? Imagine, Gino, let's say wherever you live, I think you live in UK, I don't know. Let's say I go to UK and I call you up and say, Gino, let's have a tea together. Let's go, let's go to the local cafe. Let's have a tea. How am I meant to have a conversation with you if this is how you're going to interpret my thoughts? I say we are sitting down, I'm sipping on my tea, and I'm telling you all of this, and you say, oh, here we go. Here we go. You're Maresca. You think Maresca is the problem. How am I meant to have a conversation with you, brother? It's one extreme to another. I have said it so many times to you, Gino, that I agree that the squad is not 100%. I get that. I absolutely get that. But it's not at the level of being in the same points as Man United. I'm sorry, Gino, I am sorry to say that the squad is at the same level as being on same points as Man United. I'm sorry. Are you mad? Aston Villa's on 30 points, I think. And Arsenal's on 33. You're telling me we can't be on 29 points? Okay, fine. I concede Aston Villa's squad's better than us. Okay, I concede. We can't be on 29 points? Palace are ahead of us. You're telling me that I need to concede that we are not better than Palace. You're telling me I need to concede that we're not better than Aston Villa. You're lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself. Live chat, let me know. Should we be behind Crystal Palace? Should we be behind Crystal Palace? Should we only be a point in front of Everton? You let me know. Crystal Palace are on 26 points. Aston Villa on 30 points. Should we be behind Aston Villa and Crystal Palace? You let me know. Especially you, Gino. Gino, let me know. Should we be behind Crystal Palace and Aston Villa? You let me know, Gino. You let me know. Is who the F doesn't back a manager in the transfer window after winning the Club World Cup? Peak signings, no Palmer. What's why we... Well, and Dilap is a new Lavia. Look, could the sporting directors and owners done a lot more? Of course. I've said it many times, of course. But we've improved the team. Everyone rated Andre Santos, no? Like, tell me you rated Andre Santos last season. We got Andre Santos in. That's a new signing. That's almost a new signing. He was always our player, but it was almost a new signing. Esteval. Look at the kind of performances he's putting on for us. We've improved the team as well. We've improved. Ja Pedro. We've improved the team. Yes, maybe the manager wasn't 100% not back, but the manager wasn't thrown under the bus either. I love this comment from Haj. The funniest thing is Miz actually rates Maresca, so he's probably just holding a manager he rates to account. Exactly right. Exactly right. The only thing you can say is our squad is in title challenger level, but behind Palace, nah. There you go. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Behind Aston Villa and Palace, I'm sorry, same points as Man United? Nah, I don't agree with that. 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 Yeah. All right. The match is about to start. Let's get ready. Let's see what type of Chelsea is going to rock up today. We can only hope that it is the right one. Match will start very, very soon. Let's get ready to rumble. Rejo Park, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. December 9, 2024, Chelsea second with 31 points, 35 goals. December 9, 2025, we are fifth in league with 25 points, 25 goals. We are regressing, not progressing. We are closer to 14th than first. But do you feel, Rejo Park, that our squad is the problem here? There might be some parts of the squad, sure, but this is what I'm saying. I'm focusing on Enzo Maresca. Not putting everything on him, but he needs to give us more. He needs to give us more. Gina, Miss Palace, I would say no squad-wise, but they are. Miss Palace, I would say no squad-wise, but they are. Villa, you know what? Oli over Dilap or JP, Martinez over Sanchez, Konza over CVs. I would say our midfield is better. I wish I asked you this question when Aston Villa was winless in the first 6 games in the Premier League. I really wish I asked you that. No problems. I'm sure I'm going to be able to ask you that when Aston Villa starts dropping points. I'm sure I'll be able to ask you that. Because I don't believe Aston Villa... You know, we finished ahead of Aston Villa last season. Last season, we finished ahead of Aston Villa. So, I'm not going to be surprised if we finish ahead of them. And I want to ask you then, what do you think? What do you think? All right. Match will start very soon. Patrick, squad's not the problem. We got rid of who we didn't want, Noni and Jackson, and brought in new players who's it's worse. Oh, what you're saying. Players coming out right now, ladies and gentlemen. Is if Tosin and Gihi traded places, we'd be 10 points ahead of Palace. Look, I can't be sitting here thinking about hypotheticals. I can only think about what we have. We don't need to use Tosin. That's my point. Is we don't need to use him. We have Achapong. If Achapong was in Bournemouth, I'm telling you, it would be the same story as Dean Huijsen. And everyone would be so excited to get Achapong. My point is, okay, you have Tosin in your squad. You don't need to utilize him. But our manager persists on utilizing him. I'm telling you, it's not just about Gihi. Mark Gihi is a good defender. Look, don't get me wrong. I don't really completely rate Mark Gihi. I actually rate Lacroix a lot more than Mark Gihi. I don't think Mark Gihi is all that, but Mark Gihi is doing well because of the setup that Oliver Glasner has as well. Would Mark Gihi be the same Mark Gihi at Chelsea Football Club? I don't know. Put that Mark Gihi at Liverpool, would it be the same Liverpool? I don't know. You got to have the right balance. You've got to have the right, principles. Oliver Glasner has a certain principle when he's defending. It's not just about let's get Mark Gihi at Chelsea and then boom, Chelsea looks so much better. Oliver Glasner doesn't defend the way we do. We defend with that, if you know, Shervin, like we want to hold that line just outside the box so that we can catch people offside. Like Oliver Glasner doesn't, that's not their defending principle. But maybe that's because it's Crystal Palace. Can Mark Gihi do that kind of stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like it's not as simple and straight cut as. But the bottom line is, look, you don't need to use Tosin. You don't need to use Tosin. This feels like a Leeds atmosphere, very intense and hostile. Yeah, look, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Let's see how the team performs. Let's see what they can do for us. It's going to be a crazy, crazy atmosphere, of course. And it's going to be a tough game. No doubts about that. Atalanta fans are fanatical. Yeah, I've never seen Aston Villa or Everton destroy PSG or Barcelona 3-0. There you go. Do you know, Miz, I'm actually expecting a good win today. On the weekend, I'm not quite sure. Definitely. Look, I'm not sure about a good win today. To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't know what to expect here. I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting a vibe that it might be a draw. But yeah, best believe Everton, that's going to be tough. Everton's going to be tough. And then Newcastle after that? Yeah. And Newcastle at St. James's Park as well. Match will start very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Kickoff is just around the corner. Let's see what Chelsea turns up, and let's see if we can really solidify our position in the top 8 in this Champions League phase and get a direct qualification to the next round. Nicole saying Maresca knows atmosphere in Bergamo. This is why he is not playing Esteval. Fair enough. And we've kicked off. Robert Sanchez now with the ball. Goes long. And already Atalanta winning some aerial duels, but we've been first to pounce on the second ball. Chalobah now with the ball. Looks like Chalobah and Badiashile is playing sort of the 3 at the back along with Achapong. So Badiashile and Achapong are the wide centre backs. Chalobah and Reece James dropping in to help with the build up. Now Caicedo. So one of the DMs early days is dropping in between the CBs while the CBs go wide. Reece James and Caicedo are operating together. Sanchez goes long as the press from Atalanta was very, very good. João Pedro now. João Pedro needs a big game, man. As ball through the middle. João Pedro, keep going, son. Keep going. He's not electric, is he, João Pedro? Like he's not electric with his pace. Chalobah, that's a foul. Vincent, we will be 14th by Christmas. The league we failed to win our easier fixtures will pay in December. That fixtures list is insane. Everton, Newcastle, and Villa. Oh, is it Villa after Newcastle? Is it? So the next 3 Premier League fixtures are Everton, Newcastle, Villa. Can someone confirm that to me? That's mad. Atalanta now with the ball. Cucurella easily intercepts that. Gittins. That's good. That's very good from Gittins. João Pedro. Bro, wake up. Wake up. Do you not think that there's players tracking you down? You need to be quicker on the ball, my man. Need to be quicker. Just pondering on the ball, man. Pondering. That's well done. João Pedro, excellent. Yes, Gittins playing more inside in these early stages. Cucurella. Gittins, lovely. That's good stuff from Gittins. Take him on. Atalanta moving the ball nicely. Lockman finds the ball over the top. And here they come. Here comes Atalanta. Inside the box. Good defending. Enzo Fernandez. Poor pass. Straight away, poor pass from Enzo Fernandez. João Pedro passed the ball. You idiot. Why is he obsessed with ball hogging, quick release? João Pedro has been pissing me off lately. Atalanta lost to at the time, bottom of Serie A, Hellas Verona over the weekend. So Charity FC will probably give them points. Always the same guy. Enzo can't even pass. Can't pass better. Lockman. Back to Lockman again. Edison. Looks like a lovely stadium, man. It does look like a beautiful stadium. Atalanta building up from the back. Chelsea not pressing aggressively, but high up on the field, obviously. Atalanta getting their ways around, playing from the back. Yeah, the press is not aggressive at all. Atalanta is just playing around us, and they've gone through brilliantly. They've split through the midfield. Here they come. They get the ball. Oh, lucky. Oh, my days. If that pass hit Lokman, Too easy. The press is as flaccid as it can be. The press is a floppy, flaccid. You know where I'm going with this. Lokman. There's going to be a goal. Oh, my days. Oh, my days, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. We got away with that one. Big time. Oh, my God. Early scare. Here they come again. Very easy for them to build up from the back and penetrate through the middle. Very easy. Raja Park, looks like Bench or Chelsea have shown up. This is why I didn't want to predict. This is why I'm like, you show me who's going to turn up, because I'm not going to sit here and try and, put myself in the front street and then you're just going to make me look like an ass. I'm not going to do that. You show me what type of team you're going to rock up, what type of mentality you're going to rock up with, and we'll go from there. And so far, early days, you've come up with a mentality that you want to fool around today. This is how you play a back three. I don't think why people think this formation is all defensive. I love how we always play long balls and never win 50-50s. How players don't play hard enough. Yeah. That's good. That time it was good pressing from Chelsea. That time was very, very good pressing, and it's forced Atalanta to put the ball out. Cucurella now has a throw-in high up in Atalanta's half. Ashraf, a December start to this game. Chalobah out wide to Achapong. Big up to Achapong getting a Champions League start. Why not? Recently, Enzo Maresca has said he regrets not playing Achapong enough. Enzo Fernandez gives the ball away, but somehow gets the ball again, but it wasn't good enough. Already, Enzo Fernandez, you can say that's not a good start from Enzo Fernandez at all. Harrison saying good atmosphere. Yeah, you'd think it would be a good atmosphere. It's in Atalanta, Italy. The fanatics over there, of course. Champions League night as well, big occasion. Chelsea Football Club has arrived at their football ground. Badiashile, ball taken away from Badiashile easily. Ball spreads out wide. That's very well done from Achapong. Very, very well done. Pedro Neto now. Achapong, drive, nice pass. João Pedro can't keep the ball. That's a foul on Enzo Reece James. Yeah. Badiashile continues on. Cucurella now. Miz, you behind? Yeah, bro. Sometimes it's gonna happen. Like, why is that so unbelievable? Some people are like, Miz, you're behind. Well, of course, like, these things will happen. These things will happen. Like, why is that so unbelievable? Some people are like, Miz, you're behind. Well, of course, like, these things will happen. Like, why is that so unbelievable? Some people are like, Miz, you're behind. Well, of course, like, these things will happen. Everyone's watching all of this via the internet. Certain streams are going to be a bit behind. Yes. Yes. I'm about 10 seconds behind. I'm about 10 seconds behind. Probably about 15 seconds behind. Miz loves being behind. That I love it, bro. Esteban won't stay long because Mariska likes playing his refugees. I don't think Esteban's going anywhere. Miz, I'm going for 2-1 win. Glad Achapong is playing. Yeah. Enzo Fernandez shot. Wild. Just over the top. But is that an early shot? Why not? Try things out. Try things out. Why not? Try a few things out, man. Atalanta now with the ball. Gonna try and build up from the back again. And Chelsea. It's good press. Finally, the press is looking better. Our pressing is looking better. Ashraf, only positive is it's not a 2 a.m. game for me. Yeah, man. The 2 a.m. ones are a killer. I know we're back on 2 a.m. again during the weekend. That's going to be a killer again, but Achapong spreads the ball nicely. Gittins, beautiful, good control. Do something, Gittins. This is where you need to make your money, Gittins. And Gittins is not going to make his money. That's exactly where Gittins needs to make his money. Needs to be able to beat the opposition and find something. I don't think there was enough in that. I think he gets the ball. I don't think that was a penalty. I don't think that was a penalty, you know. We'll have to see it. Like, it looked like he got the ball. Yeah, it's been waved off. Yeah, it did look like he had the ball. Caicedo intercepts nicely. Caicedo now with the ball again. Harrison saying 4 a.m. for me today. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Where are you, bro? Oh, West Coast Australia. Wow, okay. Harrison, I didn't know you lived in Australia, you know. Do you live in Australia? Atalanta. It seems like we've taken over the game, which is good. We're in control of the game now. Caicedo, Achapong, Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto, nice, good stuff, Pedro Neto. That cross is not good enough at all. I'm 4 a.m. as well, Miz, in Malaysia. Big up the Blues. Yeah, born in England, moved to Perth when I was 1. Dad's Aussie. Ah, nice. Nice. And Atalanta clears the ball. It was a dangerous moment there, but Atalanta has cleared the ball. Chelsea have the ball again. 23:13 hours, Nairobi, Kenya. Big up Nairobi, Kenya. 11:15 p.m. Which is nice timing. Nice timing. Reece James. Caicedo. Nice ball from Reece James that time. Lovely turn from João Pedro. That was beautiful turn from João Pedro, but well defended as well, I have to say. A lovely turn though. But it didn't turn out to be anything. Here comes Atalanta. Good defending, Chalobah. Well done. Good defending from Chalobah. Bellanova is injured. Bellanova is injured. Bellanova is injured. Bellanova is finished. Ashraf, Atalanta just waiting for us in the counters. Easy tactics to beat Chelsea nowadays. JP thinks he's Messi. Because I understand the mad timing when Chelsea lost to Leeds, so painful. Yeah. Yeah, he looks like he's finished. Bellanova looks like he's finito. Bella over. Bella over. Oh, yeah, I thought Zappacosta started. Yeah, so Zappacosta didn't start. As I was like, where is Zappacosta? So I think Zappacosta is probably going to come on now. Zappacosta's coming on, ladies and gentlemen. Davide Zappacosta facing Chelsea. Once upon a time, a Chelsea player. I still remember that goal. Who was that against? Who did Zappacosta score that crazy goal against? From the wing? Was it someone like Ludogorets or something? Lockman, what a control from Lockman. Lockman looks, he's the main player. Ademola Lockman. Zappacosta dagger. Yeah, that was one incredible goal from Zappacosta. Here we go. Atalanta building up again from the back. Chelsea this time. Chelsea for the past probably 10 minutes or so, we've been pressing well. We've sort of looked at ourselves in the first 5-6 minutes, and we said, you know what, we need to change. We need to change, and it's been a bit better since then. As good interception from Cucurella, very good interception from Cucurella, but it's too many there to do anything about. Cucurella gives the ball away. Was it Karabag? Yeah, maybe it was Karabag. One of those teams, Karabag or Ludogorets or something like that. Atalanta out wide. Here's Zappacosta. Cucurella versus Zappacosta. Cucurella versus Zappacosta. Oh my God. Oh my God. Almost a goal. Well done, Achapong. Achapong. Big defending. Big defending, Achapong. That should have been another goal. Achapong. Achapong, you beast. If it was Tosin, that's a goal. That was beautiful from Achapong. Beautiful. But so far, I would have to say Atalanta with two really good opportunities so far. Bro, Badia is suspect. Badia is back to being Benoit. But Lokman is running. He's running the show. Lokman is running the show, man. He is running the show. He's running the show. It was Karabakh, okay. JP and Enzo stinking up the place. Yeah, well, I've not even... Every time I see Enzo Fernandez, it's when he's making a mistake. As good interception from Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez. That's a good ball, actually, that time for Pedro Neto. But Pedro Neto, bro, beat your man. Just once, please, beat your man. As well defended by Chalaba there. Another Atalanta player down. Another Atalanta player down. We'll see what's the go there. Serie A is extremely defensive. Lokman was last African best player before Hakimi won it this year. What do we expect from Lokman? Is a baller. Play Josh more often. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Make the right decisions when you're doing rotation. Play the right player. Achapong again, showing what a competent defender he is. Don't get me wrong. Look, Achapong's going to make mistakes. I'd rather Achapong making mistakes than Tosin because Achapong's going to learn from his mistakes. He's a young player. Miz, would you take Konate on a free? Konate has been looking very suspect this season, but overall, we all know Konate is a very good defender. Yeah, I probably would take him on a free. On a free, I would. On a free, I would. Miz looks quite unimpressed. So far, we've done nothing in this game. We've past probably 15 minutes. We've pressed well, but we've done nothing else. We've done nothing else. If anything, Atalanta has had two really good chances. Josh playing over Tosin, always please. And thank you. More minutes he gets, the better he's going to get. On a free, yes, better than Tosin. Buddy Shield. Benoit, Badia. Fullbacks don't overlap. No help for the wingers. Maresca needs to change his scrap system. Miss Chelsea want to sell Tosin, but we need to boost his value. He's going to play thanks to the ownership. Damon, big up to you, my man. Damon, big up. Lacking that creative spark at the moment. I'd just take Gihi or Rudiger on a free. Copy and paste Bournemouth game. We're regressing. For F's sake, man. It's grim settings at the moment. I don't know what has happened to us. How did we go from the way we were playing about a week ago to where we are playing a week later? I just find all of that very bemusing, to be honest. How we have like Jekyll and Hyde, man. Honestly, proper Jekyll and Hyde situation. 1 week you be supremely good, another week you're rubbish. Yeah. Ja Pedro, bro, can you please hold the ball if that's okay with you? Ja Pedro, please. A little bit more protection of the ball, hold the ball, bring others in. A little bit more physicality. I know you're capable of more, bro. I don't know what has happened to you as well lately, but I know you're capable of more. You're not doing it lately. Enzo Fernandez, Reece James. Just when I was talking about Ja Pedro. Oh, offside. Offside. Just when I was wanting a little bit more from João Pedro, and João Pedro does give us that. Reece James, very good cross. Reece James is offside. Reece James is offside, man. Reece James is offside by a mile. Reece James was offside. Yeah, Reece James looked definitely offside. To me, in the naked eye, it looked like Reece James was off. To me, it looked like Reece James was offside. Let's have a look. Hopefully it was on. Hopefully it was on. Let's see. Why don't they show the graphics? I wish they showed the graphics. They're still checking. When they're checking that much, then it's a goal. Come on, well done. Well done, Reece James. Well done, João Pedro. Excellent stuff. Excellent. 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 Just when I was saying, João Pedro, you need to give us a little bit more. You need to give us a little bit more. And João Pedro has delivered. Well done. It's lovely work from both Enzo Fernandez, Reece James, and then João Pedro was there, obviously, to tap it in. That's well done. Excellent. Needed that. Needed that. Nice move. Nice move indeed. Nice move indeed. Yeah, in the naked eye, honestly, in the naked eye, I thought it looked like Reece James was offside. But we'll take it, man. We'll take it. We'll definitely take it. We've not really been that great, but we're a goal up. We're a goal up. Well done. Well done, João Pedro. Well done, João Pedro. João Pedro is a baller. Don't use naked eye, Miz. Dress you, please. It's too funny. Frankfurt scored against Barcelona at the same time as Chelsea. About time, finally moved quick and look goal. Need to keep up the speed and pressure. 100%. 100%. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. Hopefully we now have a bit of a spring in our step and we dominate this team game and finish things off. But yeah, very, very happy for João Pedro. Like, this is why I'm saying, like, the quality is there, man. It's just a matter of just be a bit more consistent, man. You know, these players are not bad players. Just be a bit more consistent. Problem with João Pedro recently is that he's not been consistent enough. Well, I know how excited I was when we got João Pedro, because I know the kind of player I saw in Brighton, in Watford. Bro, is that Said Kolasinac? Oh yeah, he does play for Atalanta. Yeah, Kolasinac. Ex-Arsenal player. Nice. Well done, Chelsea. João Pedro. That's poor pass, João Pedro. Very, very poor pass. PSV beating Atletico. That's a yellow card for Chalobah. Yellow card for Chalobah. Hopefully we don't get a yellow card here, please. Hopefully we don't get hopefully we don't get a red card here, please. Can we please try and keep all 11 players on the field? Thank you. Chalaba got cooked. Come on, Jose. Now we have scored a goal. We are going into training mode. That's good play. Excellent play from Chelsea for that goal. Di Catalare. Look, man, inside the box. Oh, good defending. Good defending. Good defending. Well done. Cucurella. Yes. Reece James. Very well done, Reece James. Excellent. Ja Pedro. Badia. Oh, what a pass from Badia straight to the Atalanta player. Badia, you might as well just put on an Atalanta jersey at this stage. Why don't you just play for the other team? That's a very good pass from the Badia. Cucurella saying, what else can I do? What else can I do besides hit it out? Benoit. We got Benoit back. It's not Badia Shil, it's Benoit. We're now seeing prime Benoit. Amma, will you finally do a matchday vlog during the preseason tour and see? I will. All of that, man. I need to go and purchase the tickets. I want to buy the best tickets, man. I want to have some amazing seats. I want to do the lot, go training sessions. I'm going to inshallah, I'll take like time off from work, be in and around the team, man, wherever they are. Go to the training sessions, go to the press conference if I can. The lot. Yeah, I can't wait for it. Love how, they're going to come to Sydney, Australia, which is fantastic. Ashraf, 31 minutes. I've seen kittens for 1 minute. Yeah. Kittens just doesn't give us, it doesn't give us enough, man. Benoit is back, Miz. You really hate to see it. Atalanta corner coming up. I'm sure they'll be looking for Scamacca. Cucurella clears it. Zappacosta hits the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. Good pressure that time. Can someone tell me what happened with the front of shirt sponsorship deal? We don't know. Well, we thought that it was just around the corner, but looks like it isn't. But it also looks like, since we've been waiting so long, it seems like our owners, they're not too fussed about it. They're waiting for the right opportunity, because if it was a problem, we would have had the front of shirt ownership already. Looks like it's not that much of a big problem, is it? Anyone know how Liverpool is playing against Inter? Liverpool scored Konate goal. There you go. Whenever defenders see Gittins, they happy because he's not a threat at all whatsoever. Yeah. Oh, that's well done from Scamacca. That's offside. Look, man, you're offside. You're offside, look, man. You're offside. 100% you have to be offside. Yeah, you're offside, brother. What are you talking about? 100% you're offside. Achapong's a beast. Achapong's a beast. How Maresca hasn't played Achapong often enough? This is what I'm saying. We should have been a lot better points-wise in the Premier League had we just used Achapong a little bit more. We don't want to. I won't be surprised if Achapong, off the back of this performance, doesn't get played against Everton. Well, against Everton, fair enough, because Fofana will be back, I suppose. So, yeah. If that was Tossen playing instead of Josh, it would be 1-1. Oh, more than you can believe. Maybe not even 1-1. Maybe Atalanta 3-1. Someone like Tossen, not only he makes the mistakes, but his problems becomes contagious. Others start playing shit as well. That guy's a disease. He really is a disease. Adnan Gittins is here for sightseeing, helping young people see the world. Well, he should have a GoPro on at least then. Live stream the match. Have a GoPro on, have your YouTube channel and live stream it. How much we pay for Gittins again? I think 50 million. No? Pretty sure we paid about 50 million. Neto has been poor. Yeah, I agree. Neto has been poor. To be honest, João Pedro, without the goal, has not been good either. Without João Pedro's goal, he's not been good. Here we go. Ball intercepted again from Enzo Fernandez's pass. Enzo Fernandez has been poor. Pedro Neto has been poor. Gittins, how can you even rate him? You can't even give him a poor rating because he's not even been part of it. Offside. In order to give you a poor rating, you actually need to play. Gittins hasn't even played. That's beautiful, actually. Chelsea. See that line? See that line Chelsea maintains? That's brilliant. And that comes from Enzo Maresca, obviously. Big up to Enzo Maresca on that one. Tossen is important for Parma. Right now, we're keeping Tossen for Parma. So he has a friend. Josh, man of the match thus far. I agree. He's just got home and turned on the match. How was the goal from João? Was it a nice one or was it just a tap in? Look, it was a nice one. Look, it was a tap, but it wasn't. He had to make a nice run and then slide in to score. It was a lovely cross from Reece James. Good ball from Enzo Fernandez. Lovely cross from Reece James, who beat the offside line, and then João Pedro made the run in the inside, in the inside post, and then slid in and then scored. I think the ball went under the goalkeeper's hand or something like that. Yeah, it's a good goal. It was all right. Miz, do you watch AFCON? I might have to. I might have to watch AFCON, yes. Very keen to see how Morocco does, man. Algeria, Morocco, Egypt. Oh! Almost screwing themselves up, Atalanta. Ball given away. Atalanta seems like they're imploding. Well done, Reece James. Pedro Neto, here we go. Do something. Reece James. Reece James is having a good game, actually. Oh, but yeah, Benoit. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Benoit is back. It's a good tackle there from Enzo Fernandez. Benoit, just stay injured, mate. Come on, Chelsea. Bro, what happened to Kobe Mainu? Kiera Bilwe, hopefully I pronounced that right. Bro, you've been asking about Kobe Mainu all stream. I get you're a fan, but you're doing a bit too much now. Doing a bit too much. Chalaba, be careful, bro. Chalaba, please be careful. Don't do too much. Can't get over how amazing this kit looks. If in the summer window we went for Morgan Rogers and Fermin Lopez, who would you pick, Miz? Look, I always like I like Fermin Lopez, to be honest. I really do. I think this guy's a serious baller. But I can never ever disregard Premier League experience. Even when Aston Villa was doing poorly in the early stages of this season, and even when Morgan Rogers was doing poorly as well, I still rated Morgan Rogers. I was like, nah, this guy is a proper player. So if it was between them two, I'd probably go with Morgan Rogers, but that is not any type of shade on Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez is a proper player, man. Proper player. That's good hustling, man. We have mauled them. We've done well. We have absolutely mauled them. We're pressing well. Midfield's looking all right in terms of Caicedo, Achapong. They're all hustling nicely. It's a handball, obviously, from Kolasinac. Miz, who would you want between Mainu, Anderson, Wharton, and Lukaku? What type of selection is that, man? I'm going with Adam Wharton. Rhys James. Caicedo spreads the ball out wide, but that wasn't a good pass. Well intercepted. Admala Lockman. It's been doubled up nicely, but still throw-in goes their way. Asha Miz, what did we say before the game? Another Gittins stinker. So obvious, bro. We got a flop. All I'll say, I never wanted Gittins, man. I never ever wanted Gittins. Come on, nearly halftime, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been an okay half. I think Atalanta probably had better chances. We had one really good one, and we took care of that. Most of the times we've pressed well, bar the first 10 minutes. But besides that, to be honest, there's been a lot of stinkers, if I'm being absolutely honest. Even Ja Pedro, with the goal that he scored, I don't think he's been that good. Gittins, obviously, I don't even think he's in the field. I don't think Gittins is there. Badia is back to being Ben the Wah. Enzo Fernandez hasn't been good. Pedro Neto is also not there, to be honest. Enzo Fernandez now with the ball. Caicedo. I think Reece James has been very good. Obviously, standout is Achapong. I think Reece James is also a close standout. Reece James and Achapong, for me, are the close standouts. Neto has gone to that left side now. Cucurella. That's a good pass from Cucurella. Oh. Gino saying Caicedo and Josh for me. What about Reece James, Gino, man? I think Reece James played well. Caicedo, obviously, like, this guy barely puts on a bad performance except for that Arsenal one. But even then, before the red card, he was actually bossing it. But for me, Reece James and Achapong really, really caught my eye. Obviously, Achapong, definitely. Cucurella, lovely. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto, lift the ball a little bit more, please. A little bit more lift on the ball will be nice. Gino, yeah, Reece James's levels, for me, he's our best footballer above Palmer. Baffles me when our board willing to spend 50 million in unproven player gets in. Will he get sold when Quenda arrives? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's not looking good for Gittins, that's for sure. Achapong. Yes! Go, Enzo! Go, Enzo! Yeah, just not enough pace. Just not enough pace, man. Not enough pace. Do you think we're going to win? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. As I said, off the back of Leeds and Bournemouth, it's disheartened me a lot. So we'll see. That's well done from Skamaka. Wow. That's good interception. Cuckoo reading the game so nicely. And then Gittins screws things up. Of course, Gittins will screw things up. Enzo cannot run anymore, Miz. Yeah. Halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea 1, Atalanta 0. If I'm being absolutely honest, we've not really played that well. We've really not played that well. There's a lot of stinkers in this team so far, but we lead. We lead. Our lucky thing is that Atalanta, the two really good chances that they had, they didn't take advantage of it. So I'm very, very happy in that perspective. But if I'm being absolutely honest, the performance has not really been that great. But look, you know, it's about gaining confidence, man. It's about gaining confidence. We've not done well over the last couple of games. Get a victory here, and then we'll see where we go in the Premier League. Sometimes it's just about getting the win and then slowly building momentum. It's about building momentum. So hopefully we can get a win in the second half and keep a clean sheet. I think that'll go a long way. But yeah, look, Gittins, prime suspect, one of the first players that you'd think that, okay, well, that's one that is done really, really poor. Gino saying, Miz, our starting 11 is very good level, but damn, our depth is suspect, Gittins. Look, you say, you know, the starting 11 is good. Gittins, for example, you bring him up. Why start with Gittins? You've got Esteval. Why start with Gittins? Why do that? Why not play with Estevan William? No one asked, Enzo Maresca to play with Gittins. Gittins could have come off the bench. Excuse me. Dinesh, and thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Josh. Sub Enzo off and Estevan in. I don't know, maybe sub Gittins off. Sub Enzo off to bring in Andre Santos, I'd say. Because I feel like, Enzo Fernandez has been far too inconsistent this season. There's been games where he's played well. There's been games where he's done jack all. Today is one of them. So, look, Gittins is number one stinker. I don't think Pedro Neto has been that good either. João Pedro, even though he scored a lovely goal, very, very good goal, I don't think João Pedro was good. And this is me, someone who rates João Pedro a lot. Enzo Fernandez hasn't been good. Caicedo was a beast, and he always is a beast. But for me, the standout in the midfield was actually Reece James. I thought Reece James was fantastic. Cucurella always drops a masterclass. He's been fantastic. He's reading the game. But Josh Achapong, ladies and gentlemen, this guy has been the star so far. 100% Josh Achapong's been the star. Chalobah has been okay-ish. Benoit is back. He's probably been the worst in the defense. And Robert Sanchez probably hasn't had to do too much, even though Atalanta had a couple of chances. It's not because of Robert Sanchez. It's really because we've been split open. And if it wasn't for Achapong making those, final defensive moves, then maybe Atalanta score. So I think one thing we've learned is Tosin no longer belongs in this squad, in this club. Let me just tweet something out. Nice. Cool. All right. Miz, you still awake? Yeah, man. It's 7:53. Chelsea isn't trying. Wesley Fofana going through his own warm-up, and Maresca was giving him instructions, could be coming on soon. Why? What's going on? Oh, because of Badiashile, maybe. Maybe Badiashile. Badiashile's been poor. Miz, please stop talking about Tosin. We don't need him coming from the bench, let alone first 11. The guy doesn't know how to defend. If he was on right now, we would be talking of a draw. Now we'd be talking of perhaps losing. Forget about draw. We'd be talking about losing. I'm pretty sure if Tosin was on, we'd be losing this game. Chalobah yellow card. Oh, okay. Maybe he's going to take Chalobah off. Yeah, maybe. Fair enough. No, it's Chalobah on a yellow card. Yep, fair enough. Why do we always decide to ship away our homegrown youngsters to buy overrated players? Josh is epic. People talk about when we say, "Oh, utilize Josh." There's a lot of people will tell you, "Oh, but he doesn't have the height. He doesn't have the height." People have all the excuses ready, man. They have all the excuses ready. The bottom line is, Josh Achapong should have played a lot more games. Honestly, it's criminal that Josh Achapong hasn't played enough minutes for us. It's criminal. All the minutes that was given to Tosin, honestly, criminal activity, committed a crime. It feels like we just got Gittins to cover out English player quota for the league. It was a bonus that he's young and had talent. Yeah, look, as I said, I never ever wanted Gittins. But when he became a Chelsea player, I said, yeah, you know what, let's back him. Let's back him. And all we can do is be patient. But I wanted someone a little bit more polished. Not necessarily old, but someone a little bit more polished, a little more experience at the highest level. Gittins, he looks so out of it, man. He looks so out of it. And it's probably going to take a long time before he starts feeling that he belongs here. Right now, Gittins, Premier League is too much, and it seems like Champions League is a bit too much. So, yeah. See, this is what I hate. Mudryk back soon. Like, oh, it's the same thing when I see people talk about Jackson. Jackson, look, don't get me wrong. I like Jackson a lot. I did. But Jackson don't want to be at Chelsea Football Club, right? With Mudryk was never good. I'm sorry to say. People stop talking about Mudryk. Mudryk was never, ever good. Like, stop it. His career at Chelsea is over. People want to talk about... You can talk in a critical way about Gittins, but you don't need to talk about, oh, bring back Mudryk. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We still don't know what happened to his B sample test. We don't know the results of it. Yeah, here we go. He's another guy. Assad, bro. He's another guy. Which part made you feel that I hate Jackson? Assad, honestly, stop, man. Stop. You're another guy. You honestly, just like Gino, you must be looking at me in the screen thinking, you are a dickhead, Miz. You're a dickhead. You must think, you must look at me and go, you're a dickhead, Miz. Which part of my statement made you feel I hate Jackson? You say why you hate why you hate my Jackson takes. Oh, okay, sorry. I never said you hate him. Yeah, fair enough. Sorry, I jumped the gun. Look, I hate your Jackson takes because I feel like it doesn't have any logic behind it. You talk a lot about Jackson, but you tend to disregard the reality, which is Jackson's relationship with Enzo Maresca is finito. Enzo Maresca, for some reason, doesn't seem to get along with Jackson and vice versa. That's number one. And that's well documented, right? Jackson's missed some gilt-edged chances. Let's not pretend Jackson didn't miss chances last season and the season before. He has gilt-edged chances. And ultimately, Chelsea Football Club, they wanted to bring in competition. And Jackson said, no, I'm not here for competition. I'm leaving. So we need to understand that. Roman wouldn't approve of this kid policy now. When we sign wingers, we look at age first, then quality after that. And then you end buying ship players. These owners really finessed us. Now we're like Dortmund. Yeah, look, it's two different eras. Roman era and this new era. Look, don't get me wrong. There are players that we've, under this ownership, you know, likes of Estevan Willian, Andre Santos. This ownership has done really well to get Caicedo. Even Enzo Fernandez. I know Enzo Fernandez is inconsistent right now, but yeah, this ownership has done, like Cole Palmer, for example, is another one. So they've done some good as well. They've done some good, but of course they've done a lot of bad as well. No doubts about that. Yeah. Let's see, man. Let's see. All right. Is second half about to start or what? Cucurella. Yeah, Cucurella's another one. But I get you. I understand. Like, what was the point of getting Gittins and Garnacho? Like, needed something a bit better. Emma, are we finally getting Miz live collab next preseason in Sydney? George Benson might join too. Bali is not too far. Well, George Benson doesn't live in Bali anymore. George Benson lives in Dubai now. I don't think Matisse is going to come to Australia, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, I can ask, but I think they're going to USA for the World Cup. And I don't think he's going to come to Sydney. I mean, it would be amazing. It'd be great if he does. Like, he can stay at my place, no problems. But I don't think he's coming. I can ask, though. Second half about to start very, very soon. How's the weather in Sydney? Is it still cold in Tassie? Well, Tasmania is always cooler because it's south. So it's always cool over there. But it's summer here. Like, it's hot. It's very hot. It's very, very hot. Liz, remember when people wanted Cuckoo's head? One of Gittins, Garnacho, Dilap may come good over time. Yeah, look. This is the thing. I've said this a while back that for every 5, 6, or whatever the case is, for every 5, 6 youngsters that we get, one of them is going to turn out to be good. One of them will. Not all of them. One of them will. The strike rate might be about 20%. You know what I mean? I barely saw Gittins this half. I still have hope because not every player starts off well. For example, Cuckoo, Josh was fantastic. Looks so mature for his age. He made Badia look like a teenager. One thing I'll say about Cucurella, I rated him highly at Brighton. That's when I got to see Cucurella. I was so impressed. I was so happy when we got Cucurella because if you remember, he was going to Man City. And Cucurella admitted that recently. Gittins, I always thought was a decent player at Dortmund, but I never thought he was levels. Cucurella, I thought this guy, he could go into different levels. And he has. He's shown that. Obviously, when he first season, he struggled and he was moments away from leaving Chelsea Football Club. I know that. But it's not the same thing. Gittins and Cucurella's situation is not the same thing. Yeah. Second half about to start, ladies and gentlemen. Miz is in IT, I think. No, there you go. There, this is my man. You gotta know, bro. Ashraf knows me. Come on, guys. You've been watching me for so long. You need to now know me, man. This is a Bollywood actor. Watch the movie Sayara. Miz is the actor. Yeah. All right, cool. Second half about to start. Miz is in account. Not really account. I'm in finance, but I'm not in accounts. Yeah. I'm a credit analyst. So I assess loan applications for asset finance purposes for businesses. So, yeah. You can see my LinkedIn profile. Like, you'll find me on LinkedIn if you want to know what my professional game is all about. You'd have to type my full name, which is Mizanur Rahman. If you go and type my full name on LinkedIn, you'll find. If you want to know about my professional life, you can find my professional life there. All right, second half started. Come on. Fofana is on, looks like. So Chalobah's off. Hopefully Fofana can back it up in the weekend against Everton because I need Fofana to play in the weekend. Reece James, Badia. Somehow Badia is still... Ryan, gonna follow you on LinkedIn, bro. Ryan, where have you been, bro? I've been messaging you to join me on pre-match and this, that, the other. I'm sorry, bro. The timing is mad sometimes, and the Premier League matches, I'm busy, this, that. But you got to try and somehow make an effort when I'm on. Just see if you can come on. Happy to have you on for a little bit after full time if you want. We can talk a little bit post, and then I can make a video after that. But up to you, up to you. Or the next one, Premier League game against Everton. Make sure you're there. Ryan's a funny guy, man. I miss you, Ryan, bro. Everton will be tough for Fofana. Please don't get injured. Brother Miz was a master of the papu smash on the pub. Miz, you need to disapprove some of these transfers that Clear Lake do. Yeah, look, I do disapprove, man. I never wanted Gittins. I never wanted Garnacho. But they're our players now. What can I do? What can I do? I'm only going to sit here and back them now. Like, what am I going to do? Once the window opens again, I don't expect much to happen. Achapong. Lookman is dangerous. 100% he's dangerous, man. 100%. Gino, big respect, Miz. I have come across one or two credit analyst people in B2B. Can be stressful. It can be stressful. Like, honestly, work's been full on lately, man. Especially like the year's coming to an end. So people want to try and get a lot of things done. Yeah. And I look after like all the high end applications. Like, I look after deals that are, you know, up to 2, 3, 4, 5 million. Like, so yeah, they're heavy, man. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, like my head's buzzing, my head's hurting. But yeah, man, Tottenham 2-0, huh? Tottenham, what's changed recently? They all of a sudden they're doing well. Is it because Xavi Simons playing as a number 10 now or something? Mrs. Bank counter by day and goal counter by night. Oriba, I need a loan, Miz. Well, all right, we'll go to a bank, bro. Miz, no, it's a personal question, but it's hard to balance family life, the work you do, and YouTube as well. Miz, no, it's a personal question, but is it hard to balance family life, the work you do, and YouTube as well? It is hard. It is. But I like it, man. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I enjoy YouTube. I enjoy mingling with you guys and connecting with you guys. I wouldn't say I always enjoy my work. To be honest, I work to pay bills, basically. You know, I work to live a life. Nice ball, lovely pass that time. Ends up. Oh man, come on, Enzo Fernandez, come on. That was a beautiful ball. I think that time that was a ball from Gittins, wasn't it? That was actually a nice ball from Gittins. Gittins, for some reason, seems to come alive in the second half all the time. Enzo Fernandez needed to do more, man. He needed to do more. That's well done from Caicedo. But yeah, look, it is tough. but I wouldn't have it any other way. Love spending time with my family. Love doing YouTube. Work, look, I'm good at what I do. Like, I'm very, very good at what I do. I'm not even boasting. I'm very good at what I do. Reece James, score! Oh, shit, Reece James. So close. So close. But yeah, to juggle all of that. That's why you'll see sometimes I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Oh, Reece James, you needed to score there, man. That was an open. That's as good as having an open goal. That's a big miss from Reece James. I hope we're not made to feel sorry about that. I hope we don't rue that chance. Hope we don't pay for that chance. That should have been a goal, man. Reece James needed to score that. Lookman again. Caicedo marshalling. Oh, Caicedo! Bean counter. Yeah, I had no idea what that meant. Us marketing folks call finance guys that bean counter. What does that mean, though? What's a bean counter? Sorry that I don't know what that means, Adnan. I'm not as hip, bro. I'm not up with the latest jargons. Brother Miz is the best there is and the best there will be in Papu smashing. This guy always with me and Papu smashing. Atalanta getting close. That's offside. That's offside. That's offside. Yeah, that's offside. That's offside. NetX, Miz, what would you advise an upcoming YouTuber? I have a channel where I play computer games and the growth was so slow, I gave up. Look, YouTube is not easy. It's not easy. People think, oh, it's so easy to just build. Look at me, for instance. Even I find it difficult. Like, still, I don't grow as astronomically as others. It's not easy. But if I was to give you an advice, these are the things that you need to do. Number one, you need to have discipline. You have to be consistent. You need to be consistent. YouTube is such a platform that it loves consistency. If you're going to be like Chelsea, inconsistent, yeah, YouTube's not for you. One day you're going to smash out content and then next 5 days you're not going to do anything. Yeah, YouTube's not for you then. Basically Chelsea Football Club, right? That's number one. Number two. Oh, Gittins. Yeah, Gittins is a second half player, bro. Gittins is a second half player. First time Gittins puts a shot away. Lockman. Games all of a sudden become more open now. It's become end-to-end. Number two, pay attention to your delivery. Pay attention to how you communicate. Don't be boring. Don't copy others. Definitely don't copy others. Oh, they're getting closer and closer. Caicedo, good defending. So be genuine, but at the same time, be somewhat exciting. You want others to watch you. So you have to think, why should I watch someone? I need to have something about me, or else I'm not going to watch this person, right? So you have to think that way. Third one, pay close attention to thumbnails, titles, what works really, and timing. Fourth one is timing. So third one, thumbnails, titles, and fourth one, timing. Don't be talking about something that is irrelevant. Talk about things that are relevant. Do you know what I mean? That's very, very important. So, yeah. Atalanta now with the ball. Cross coming in. Scamacca, open goal. Scamacca, open goal. Poor defending. There you go. But that goal was coming, wasn't it? That goal was coming. They started off the second half on fire. If anything, they deserved a goal in the first half as well. So I'm not surprised that they scored, but I'm surprised at how open that chance was. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Who's closing down the cross? Cucurella, you got to close down the cross. Once Cucurella doesn't close down the cross, The defense is all over the joints. Kamaka there all by himself in between Fofana and Achapong. Hey, who are they marking? Who's Fofana marking? Who's Achapong marking? No one's marking anyone. Skamaka in the middle. And even Sanchez. Where's Sanchez at? Sanchez is in no man's land. And this is why the miss that Reece James had a moment ago was a big one. A huge miss. A huge miss. Wow, Fofana reminds me of the Arsenal goal. Fofana, bring back Pulisic from Milan. Fofana was making him, then let him. Fofana was marking him, then let him in. Yeah, look, someone was obviously not concentrating. Fofana was not watching. So there you go, 1-1. Are we surprised? No, we're not. And they look like the better team in the second half. They look like the better team. Here comes Lokman again. Here comes Lokman. Here comes another cross. They're buzzing now. They're buzzing. They're buzzing. I can't say that they didn't deserve the goal. They did. They did deserve the goal. In fact, they deserved the goal in the first half, if I'm being absolutely honest. We've not been good. We've not been good in this game. As simple as that. The simple fact is we've not been good. We got a goal in the first half. I don't recall any other good chances in the first half. We had a chance in the second half with Reece James. We didn't take it. Enzo Fernandez screwed up as well a couple of times. Banchotism is back again, yep. Lokman, oh, he's running rings now, Lokman. Lokman is running rings. And who's this number 13? Who's this number 13 for Atalanta? Someone tell me who that number 13 is for Atalanta, because he's killing us. That number 13 in midfield is killing us. But you have to also say Cucurella is having a mad one as well. Cucurella is getting done too. Cucurella should not have let that cross come through. That cross should not have come through. Cucurella should have stopped that cross. And now Cucurella is getting cooked too. Who's the number 13, man? Edison, number 13. He's bamboozling us. He's bamboozling us. Lookman. Here we go, number 13. It's opening up again. It's opening up again. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Fofana, I'm scared. He's about to get injured, isn't he? Fofana's about to get injured. Fofana's about to get injured. Fofana's about to get injured, man. Look at him. Pedro Neto. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Ja Pedro? Are you kidding me? That was well done from Pedro Neto. Oh, nah, man. That was good defending. That was very good defending from that brother. Whoever that was. He's another Brazilian baller. Enzo is been off for many games. Yeah, look, you can probably pick with your fingers how many games Enzo Fernandez has been good. Very, very few. Probably 2 or 3 matches he's been good this season. Look, I'm telling you this much. If we don't win today, I will have no confidence moving into that Everton game. It might even be an expected loss for me. We'll be back to that expected loss scenario. If we don't get some good momentum in this game, I'll be thinking about expected loss. They're all over us. Right now, they are all over us. They're all over us, man. They are all over us. Ricardo Miz, what changes would you make? Enzo Fernandez off, Andre Santos in. That's number one change I'd make. I'd be looking at getting. Who do we have? What's that bench like? For Atalanta. Oh, what's this, man? What's this? Look at this, bro. Screw this, man. For F's sake. All of a sudden, everything's just crashed. Stream, everything has just crashed. Yeah, the stream is lagging. I'm sorry. Hold on. It'll be back. Just hang in there with me, ladies and gentlemen. Hang in there. There we go. We're back. We're losing every duel. Expected L against Everton. Did we ever think that in Roman time? Yeah. But, the expected L concept has been very prominent in this new ownership and directorship. We were going through expected L's a couple of seasons ago. Here we go. Oh, my days. Some of these crosses are dangerous, man. Some of these crosses are dangerous. KDH hat-trick coming up. But yeah, going back to who would I bring? Let me have a look. Who's in our bench? So Andre Santos, I'm definitely bringing him in instead of Enzo Fernandez because I feel like Enzo Fernandez is struggling hard. And I'm looking to bring in Esteval. Yeah, I'm looking to bring in Esteval to give us a little bit more attacking impetus. I'll take off Pedro Neto and bring in. I'll actually take off Gittins and put Pedro Neto on the other side and bring Esteval on this side. Yeah, that for now I'd be thinking about doing that. Yeah. Ish, watching Chelsea so hard. We are so rubbish. Look, this entire game we've not played well. Bar a couple of moments. Yeah. But the entire game we haven't been good. Achapong intercepts that, but Skamaka now to Lockman. Commentary just said Gusto and Garnacho are going to come on. Okay. Gusto, Garnacho on. Come on. Enzo Fernandez better come off or we will lose. Esteval, please leave. Why are you saying Esteval, please leave? Reece James now with the ball. Achapong. There's no support. There you go. Pedro Neto gets the ball. Reece James in the middle to Caicedo. First time pass. Lovely. Buddy Shield now. Benoit Buddy Shield. First time I'm seeing him touch the ball this half. And Enzo Fernandez gives the ball away again. Enzo Fernandez has been so poor. Stinker Proper stinker from Enzo Fernandez. Absolute proper stinker. Proper stinker from Enzo Fernandez, man. Enzo Fernandez, proper. Malo Gusto's coming on. Neto's off. Garnacho's coming on. No Estaval. No Estaval, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. No Estaval. We need some flair. We need some creativity. We need something. But no Estaval. No Estaval. You tell me. You tell me, ladies and gentlemen, is this the right thing to do? When you need a little bit of flair, when you need a little bit of impetus, when you need some sort of, confidence builder, no Estaval. No Estaval. I'm sorry. I don't agree with this. Gittins is on and Garnacho's on. Both of these guys are on now. And Gittins is now gone on the left side. Malo Gusto for Enzo as well. Like, wow, you're right, man. Andre Santos is not on. And see, this is what I mean. You tell me how you feel about Enzo Maresca. How you feel about Enzo Maresca now? How you feel about Enzo Maresca? I mean, options are there, but we don't want to use these options. Santos is there, Estaval is there, but we don't want to use these options. And then we wonder, why are we doing bad? Why are we doing bad? Then we wonder, why are we doing bad? Malo Gusto and Reece James, two of our right backs, are in midfield right now. Malo Gusto and Reece James are in the middle. I mean, Enzo Maresca has turned Malo Gusto into a proper midfielder now. He is midfielder. Malo Gusto is not a right back anymore. Malo Gusto is a midfielder, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a right back inverting. This is now a midfielder. Reece James is a midfielder. Which, okay, fair enough. Reece James got traits of being a midfielder. Malo Gusto is now a midfielder. Like, shit. We've got a midfielder in the likes of Andre Santos on the bench, but we rather use a makeshift midfielder. There we go. Here we go. Here they come, Atalanta. Atalanta have broken through. Oh, and they screwed up hard. If they had a little bit more composure, it was game, set, and match for them. Miz, you are the real fan. Up early on this Australian morning, you deserve a good result. Bro, this is actually good timing for me. It's tough when I'm up 2 a.m. watching nonsense. This is a Champions League game where you need to win. Maresca is not an elite manager. He needs to bring on players to attack, not defend. Badishu read the play. You have a man on the wing running and you have a head start on him and you didn't even make the effort to get there. This is bad news. Pogba return. Second half is fully on Maresca. I'm sorry. See this. I hope you guys all remember this. This is why I say I'm so critical on Maresca. You can sit here and talk about the squad all day long, but this is why I'm critical on Maresca. Man is making some weird selections. Weird selections. Gittins started this game. Okay, you started with Gittins. He's dropped the stinker in the first half. Why didn't you take him off? Then you bring on Garnacho as well. Whilst Gittins is still on, no Esteval. Do you know what I mean? You got Santos in the bench, a midfielder, but is Fofana all right? Is Fofana okay or what? Really like that from Reece James, man. Looking after his players like that. You got someone like Andre Santos, proper midfielder, can give us that impetus, grab the game and help drive us. You got Caicedo along with him. We can find that control back maybe with Andre Santos, but no. We'll bring on Malo Gusto. We'll bring on Malo Gusto in midfield. Do you know what I mean? Like we create our own mess. We create our own mess, man. We create our own mess. This is why I am very, very critical on Maresca. Very critical, because some of this stuff, I don't think it's necessary. Why is there a fight? Why is there a fight? Why is there a fight? What's happening in other matches? Let's have a look, man. Bayern Munich ended up winning 3-1. Damn. Nabri, Karl, Tar. Monaco winning 1-0. It's a Pogba that scored. Balogun. Barcelona 2-1. They've come back. Koundé. Wow, 2 goals for Koundé. Liverpool Inter 0-0. Atletico Madrid 3-1 against PSV. Tottenham 2-0 against Slavia Prague. Marseille 3-2. I like Marseille a lot, man. Greenwood, man. It's turned his life around, Greenwood. And Piexao. That Piexao guy is all right. Garnacho shot straight to the goalkeeper. Zappacosta going to kill us, blaming the manager. Drug test is needed tonight. Maresca ain't all right. It might be 2-2. Maresca acting like we don't need Esteval to win. Liverpool winning? I don't think so. It was 0-0. It was 0-0. This Karl brother from Bayern is insane. Because this is the reason I don't want versatile players. Coaches will always play. Oh, shit. Fofana's dead. Fofana's gone, ladies and gentlemen. He's injured. Oh, no, shit. He picked up a knock on the eye. Oh, he took a stud on the eye, man. Took a stud on the eye. Yeah, he took a stud on the eye, man. Oh, shit. Yeah. I hope. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 we are dead. Oh, we are dead. Oh, we are dead. More than you can believe, we are dead. Tossen is about to come on, ladies and gentlemen. Tossen. We are finished. We are finished. It's only going to go one way now. Achapong. It's dead. We're dead. We're dead. Why can't we bring on Andre Santos and just put Reece James in defense? Please, 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 Enzo Maresca, not Tossen. Please, I beg you, bro. Bro, please. Don't do this. Just put Reece James in defense, please. Not Tossen. Don't bring him on, please. Oh my God. So many weird changes this half, man. So many weird changes. I told you, Reggie Park. I said it at that time. That Reece James miss. That Reece James miss. Kukurea with the throw in. Shervin, at this rate, every match going fans needs to be booing Tossen non-stop. Bro, I can't, man. I can't. I thought that was it. We're never going to see Tossen again, but here we go. Here we go. I really thought we're never going to see Tossen again. Kukurea. Sorry, Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto trying to do a no-look pass. Man's trying to do a no-look pass. But look. Don't do a no-look. Look. Sanchez goes long. That's actually a very good ball. It's offside properly. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Atalanta ball. Ashraf saying, if I'm Esteva, I'm fuming. Yeah, I'm fuming too, man. How am I not playing in this game when we need a goal? How am I not playing in this game when we need a goal? Yeah, and you think he's going to play him against Everton? I don't think so, man. I don't know. I don't think so. That game's going to be physical, and he's probably not going to play Esteva against Everton. Miss brother, I don't know how you can keep it together watching this crap live. I can't keep it together. But at the same time, like, I have to ensure that my health. Do you know what I mean? Like, not that long ago, and still feel some tightness around here. Do you know what I mean? Not that long ago, I almost collapsed because of Esteva's goal. Well done, Achapong. Ja Pedro, back to Malo Gusto. Reece James. Whole heap of fullbacks in midfield. Cool. Cucurella's in midfield as well. Cucurella, Reece James, Malo Gusto, all midfielders. We're all midfielders, man. Cucurella, Reece James, Malo Gusto, all part of the midfield setup. Lookman. Wow. Well done, Caicedo. Excellent work by Caicedo. Ja Pedro, there you go. Up to his usual nonsense again. I don't know why. Besides the goal, Ja Pedro's done nothing. Besides the goal, Ja Pedro's done nothing. Royston Miz, this is the problem with Pep type of managers. They always overthink things. Sometimes the simple things are the best. Yeah. The amount of fullbacks in midfield is mad. If it's not this player, it's another one. All of them lose the ball so easily. This can't be what we have to rely on to win titles for us. Here comes Atalanta, and it's a goal. There you go. That goal was always coming. Di Catalare, do you know what? Honestly, I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised they're winning. Ashraf, I'm sorry, you cannot be Maresca out. You cannot. You are not allowed. You are not allowed. Much like so many people in this live chat, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to be Maresca. When I said that I'm more critical about the manager, a lot of you guys shat on me. When I said I need to be more critical about the manager because there's certain things he's doing which is crazy for me. Look at the midfield setup, man. Look who's playing in midfield, ladies and gentlemen. It's all fullbacks. All fullbacks. You don't have Andre Santos there. You don't have anyone. It's all fullbacks playing in midfield. Atalanta deserves to win this game. You don't play Estevao when he's our most creative player. You leave him on the bench. You play with Gittens, Garnacho. You have Andre Santos, but you don't want to play with Andre Santos. You cannot be Maresca. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There you go. Gino saying, Miss, this isn't on Maresca. Caicedo and Enzo are playing midfield. Wow. Really? Why is Gusto in midfield, brother? Why is Malo Gusto in midfield? Why is Malo Gusto in midfield? Why isn't Estevao playing? Why isn't Andre Santos playing? Why? And yeah, who gave that free kick? Was that Tosin gave up the free? Who gave the free kick? Can someone let me know who gave that free kick? Who gave that free kick? Why is Tosin on? Who gave that free kick? Raja Park, thank you so much for the super chat. If you say any of our CVs are good, slap yourself. Tosin gave that free kick. Tosin gave that free kick. Why bringing in Tosin? It's not on Enzo Maresca, apparently. Why are you bringing in Tosin? Why? But put Reece James in defense if you have to. Put Achapong in centre back. Reece James as fullback or Malo Gusto as fullback. Bring on Andre Santos. You're telling me you have to bring Tosin? I'm sorry. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised we are losing. We deserve to lose. We deserve to lose. We deserve to lose. We deserve to lose. This one is 100% on Enzo Maresca. I'm sorry to say. If you're thinking any other ways, I'm sorry to say. Yeah. We deserve to lose. We 100% deserve to lose. But none of you guys are allowed to say Maresca out. I'm sorry. You're not allowed to say that. Okay? You're not. Because you talked down on me when I said we need to be a little bit more critical. I'm not saying Maresca out. I'm not Maresca out one bit. I'm not. But he's done a lot of mistakes this season. If you're denying that, then you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. Options are there available, and he's doing some mad stuff. There's a handful of mistakes this game. A handful. Miz, who does Maresca bring on to replace Fofana? Well, you got Achapong still playing, no? Achapong can be a CB? Yeah? You still got Achapong there? Malo Gusto can go right back. When did Malo Gusto become a full-fledged midfielder? Please, Gino, you're telling me that there was no other option. Let me look at this lineup. Let me look at this lineup right now. You still have Achapong there. You still got Buddy Shield there. You're telling me you can't put Malo Gusto as a right back, bring in Andre Santos. You're telling me you can't do that. You have to bring in Tosin. You're telling me by replacing Fofana, you have to bring on Tosin. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. This isn't even a good Atalanta team, by the way. This is not Gasperini's Atalanta. I could understand if this was Gasperini's Atalanta. This Atalanta is not even that good. Atalanta are 12th in Serie A. There you go. 12th. Atalanta are 12th in Serie A. They're 12th. Atalanta are 12th. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. We deserve this loss. We deserve it. 100% we deserve it. And 100% this game is fully on Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca has made us lose this game. 100%. 100%. From the get-go, the lineup, I questioned, why is Gittins playing? Did Gittins provide anything for us in the first half? I know there's a lot of other players that didn't provide anything. You got Andre Santos. Why didn't you start with Andre Santos? Why didn't you start with Estevan William? Why aren't you playing? You're playing coward football. On a regular basis, you are playing coward football. On a regular basis, you're playing coward football. You could have had a nice setup, gone out there, played front foot football, but you choose not to. Okay, then at halftime, luckily you're winning at halftime. You're winning at halftime. Luckily, you're winning at halftime. But you still see that, okay, players like Gittins, players like Pedro Neto, players like Buddy Shield, players like Enzo Fernandez dropping stinkers. You have Andre Santos, Garnacho. Shot saved. Ashraf saying losing to Atalanta is sackable. No, you can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ashraf. You told me otherwise, bro. You told me otherwise. Because I like Maresca, but unnecessary does stupid things. Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate. Yeah, look, he completely look at Malo Gusto, for instance. Malo Gusto is in midfield. And that Reece James miss, wow. Look, I'm not going to be one bit confident against Everton. I have a feeling we're going to lose against Everton. In the Premier League, it's different. It's a different gravy, man. We're about to throw like this month of December. Wow, what a start! What a start, ladies and gentlemen, to this month of December. Leeds, Bournemouth, Atalanta. What a phenomenal start, man. Phenomenal start. Well done. Well done, man. Well done. Yeah, I don't think we're going to beat Everton. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Wow, look at that beautiful pass from Badia. Benoit. Benoit, and he's complaining to the goalkeeper. Benoit, you've been rubbish. You've been rubbish. He's back. Benoit's back. I just find it incredible that how have we just we were going good, and then how we just capitulated. Oh my God, how we have capitulated. How we have capitulated over the week. Gina, at this point, bro, just keep quiet, man. Seriously, I don't want to be angry with you, but at this point, please be quiet. Reece James's miss is on Maresca. Yeah, this is what I mean. You must look at me. You must look at me, and you must think that I'm a dickhead. You must think I'm a dickhead. Honestly, Gino, you must think I'm a dickhead, man. Matisse, how are you, bro?
Yo.
Bro, it's finished, bro. It's finished, bro.
Bro, what kind of violation is this, bro?
But I don't know about you, where you are in your headspace, but for me, this game...
Bro, I feel personally attacked. Genuinely, I'm disgusted.
Bro, this game...
What's this manager doing, bro?
Bro, look, apparently I can't talk about the manager. I can't talk about the manager. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy.
No.
Bro, look at the amount of fullbacks in midfield. Bro, you got players like Andre Santos sitting in the bench. No Esteva. You're playing with Garnacho and Pedro Neto, and you're playing with Gittins as well. No Esteva, William. Why are you bringing on Tosin? Why? And he's the one who gave away that free kick, by the way, that led to a goal. But Matisse, we can't talk about the manager because it's all down to the squad. The squad's shit. The squad reeks. We can't beat a 12th team in Serie A. We can't beat Leeds. We can't beat Bournemouth because the squad's shit. So I give up. Bro. Like, yeah, fine. The squad's shit. It's all on the owners. It's all on the sporting directors, bro. That's what it is.
Just gonna get me killed.
Atalanta deserves the win. Atalanta deserves the win, man. Atalanta deserves the win. Oh, wow. So close. So close. Anyway, we don't deserve an equalizer either. We don't deserve an equalizer. We don't deserve an equalizer. We don't deserve an equalizer. It's well done. There you go. Full time, ladies and gentlemen. Full time. And Atalanta. Big up to Atalanta. Congratulations. You played a top game. You played a top game, and our manager decided to be mad. So well done to Atalanta. This is why when people ask me before the match, Miz, what do you think? What do you think? Prediction. I don't have a prediction. You show me. You show me why I should have faith in you. I've had faith in you all along. I've had faith in you all along. I've had faith in you all along, and you don't want to show me that. You don't want to show me that faith. Today, honestly, Enzo Maresca has done another he's done another one of those madness, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even going to lie. From the starting lineup, to all the substitutions that he made, the way he set us up, just negative. You know, Gino out there wants to talk about single moments. Obviously, those count. Reece James missing counts. But if you're just looking at our misses, Atalanta deserved to score at least 2 in the first half, Gino. Just to let you know, Atalanta deserved to score at least 2 in the first half. At least. And in the second half, they could have scored more. They only scored 2. Enzo Maresca in this game has set us up in a way which brought negative vibes. It brought negative vibes. And then the load of nonsense that he did with his substitutions was further reiterating how negative we have been this entire game. Not once did we want to play in the front foot. Not once. Ms. Maresca needs to be investigated for match fixing because he threw this game away to let them come back and win. Look, he did some mad things, man. You have options in the bench and you didn't take the right options. You didn't take the right options. You didn't take the right options, man. Yeah. You didn't make the right options. I'm not surprised. Big up to Atalanta. And yeah, big up to them for doing what they did. And look, we had a lot of stinkers, no doubts about that. But the manager also, the manager for me is the main reason, to be honest, if I'm like, the manager is the main reason that we screwed up today. There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. That's the honest truth. That really is the honest truth. And now what are we looking in the Champions League table? I don't think we'll get automatic qualification. Wow. Atalanta are 3rd. We're 11th. We're 11th. What was the point? Even Liverpool winning 1-0. Wow. What was the point in beating Barcelona, man? Honestly, what was the point in beating Barcelona? So many questionable moments from Enzo Maresca in this match. So many. But you guys want to sit here and only talk about the squad, only talk about sporting directors, only talk about the owners. There's enough there in the team to win against Atalanta. I'm sorry, Atalanta are 12th. Atalanta are 12th in Serie A. Atalanta are 12th in Serie A. You're telling me, and you could tell that that's not Gasparini's Atalanta. You can tell. But they were much better than us. Much better than us. They didn't do stupid things. Malo Gusto in midfield, Reece James in midfield, Cucurella. Like, all the fullbacks are in midfield, man. All the fullbacks are in midfield. When you have a midfielder in the bench waiting, Estevao Willian not getting game, Tossen coming on, like we don't have other options. Like we don't know anything else to do. 10, thank you so much for the super chat. Ms. Maresca sucks against low blocks. Please, Atalanta didn't even have a low block today. And that's what we face 90% of the time. He only thrives on big games because he gets space. I'm sorry, Atalanta did not have a low block on today. Atalanta played football. If anyone's going to sit there and say, oh, but Atalanta had a low block, I thank you for the super chat, but if you think Atalanta had a low block, wow. Atalanta did not have a low block. I'm sorry. Atalanta did not have a low block. Atalanta did not have a low block. Mazen, thank you so much for the super chat. Maresca is just too stubborn, wants to try weird a subs like a scientist in a lab, hoping it works to be called a tactical genius. Do not overcomplicate things. Why do we always seem scared? Always. We have a coward outlook. All the time we have a coward outlook. We are so cowardice, man. We are so cowardice. So cowardice. But yeah, for me, this one is 100% on Enzo Maresca. I'm not even lying. Miz, I'm speechless. Yeah, look, it ain't going to get any better against Everton. I'm telling you this much. It's not going to get any better against Everton. Enough of the low block bullshit. We can't approach every game same way we approach big teams. We move the ball too slow, man. It hurts my eyes to watch. He wants to control every detail of the game. Is our team Josh, Cuckoo, Benoit, James, Gusto, a team full of defenders? Yeah. 10, once again, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm talking in general, not today in the Prem. Atalanta played 3 at the back, though, which he can't figure out. Look, playing 3 at the back, it's not about playing 3. It's how can you manipulate the space? There was space still there. How can you still manipulate the space? But you have to use the right personnel. Not using Estevan Willian. Estevan Willian is unused. Why is Estevan Willian unused in this game? Why? Leeds didn't really deploy a low block. Leeds will press well. Leeds attacked well. Bournemouth didn't deploy a low block. Bournemouth should have won that game. We should have lost against Bournemouth. Bournemouth had some mad opportunities. I'm not having this that, the entire game, Leeds and Bournemouth just sat deep. No, when they had to sit deep, they sat deep. But when they attacked, they attacked. Problem is with us. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap things up. Look out for the review. And look out for the review. And we shall have All You Can Eat Chelsea comes in tomorrow, by the way. We're all going to get together tomorrow for All You Can Eat Chelsea, which is going to be 11 a.m. UK time. So do look out for that as well. And make sure you guys watch the review. All right. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya. Bye.